Welcome to Monument Ice Rinks for the first battle between the Colorado Rampage and the Colorado Thunderbirds. The first two times these teams will see each other. Best in-state rivalry game in the state. Two teams vying for position. Colorado Rampage currently ranked number 1 in the state of Colorado. The Thunderbirds ranked number 3. The Rampage ranked number 2, right behind the Phoenix Junior Coyotes in the Rocky Mountain District. The Thunderbirds ranked number 5. Rampage come in with a 20-12 record. Thunderbirds 20-19, so equal number of wins, more losses for the T-Birds. If we look at the rankings right now, the Colorado Rampage ranked 55th in the nation. Again, 20-12-1 record. The Thunderbirds ranked number 65th with a 20-19-0 record. This will be a great one. I'm Sean Hathaway. I'll be joined in the booth here with David Cunliffe, who's on double duty tonight doing our production as well as color commentary. We're also going to be joined in the booth by Hall of Fame legend Lou Vero. He's going to be doing some color commentating tonight as well. As we get going, the starting lineup for the Colorado Rampage: number 12, Boone Kinseth; number 15, Blake Chapman; and number 28, Kento Sanchez Mariama. And they will be joined on D by number 27, Zach Hertz, and number 44, Dominic Schroeder, two veteran defensemen. And for the Thunderbirds, I didn't get a lineup card, so we're going to have to work hard to figure numbers out. We'll do our best. We're off and running here. Thunderbirds control the opening draw. Get pressure to the neutral zone. Rampage able to kick it deep in the neutral zone. Thunderbirds regroup. Through the middle of the ice, picked off by Chapman. Chapman across the blue line. Indirect pass, tries to hit Mariama. Couldn't quite get to his stick. And the puck is out of play for the Thunderbirds. We're going to face off in the neutral zone. A couple new players for the Rampage. Number 50, Jason Starr, and number 67, Nick Pedden. And I'm going to have to get a pronunciation to make sure, Nick, that I'm not butchering your name. Pedden. Yep, all right, we got it right. So they're joining us right now. It'll be number 9, Jack Freitas. Loses the draw, chases after it in the corner. He's joined with Gavin Dormer and Bennett Engel. Rampage forecheck. Puck comes up top, kept alive there by number 14 for the Rampage. And down deep it goes. Here's a pass across. Tried to find Engel, couldn't quite get to him. As up top it comes, shot on net, blocker save. Number 8, Trent White with the shot from the left point. As I finish up trying to get some notes here, shot now in the action, puck is behind the net. Thunderbirds control, and they're going to skate around their own zone through the neutral zone, and shot on net. Mosier with the save, rebound picked up there by number 67, Nick Pedden, and he gets it out of the zone all the way down. The puck goes, picked up by the Thunderbirds. Rampage change. Thunderbirds with a quick regroup. Back up the ice they come. Checked by Jack Moore. Puck floats to Mosier. He dives on his knees, covers it. We'll get a face-off to his right. Number 88, Ethan Mosier, having a heck of a year so far. Ranked atop the league leaders in the Tier 1 Elite League. Great goals against average. I'll get his stats pulled up here in a second. Blake Chapman steps up for the draw. And he wins it back. Rampage control behind the net. Bennett, breakout pass up the boards. Tried to find Pedden. He chips it into the neutral zone. And number 50, Starr, tried to get to it. Thunderbirds collected across the blue line. They come and drop. Good stick check there by Jack Moore. Shot on net, blocked there by Pedden. And on the half wall, Moore lays a check. Blair helps him out. The puck trickles around the boards. Pedden fires it all the way around to the other side. Picked up by Hall for the Thunderbirds. He gets checked by Starr. And the puck squirts out into the back into the neutral zone. Thunderbirds have to regroup. They'll fire it into the boards. And here's a player coming, fired on net. Good job there by Bennett just to get a stick. That was Engel for the Thunderbirds. Tried to get a stick on it. Bennett now will just chip it up and out of the zone. Played there off by Starr. Nice job not to take a high sticking as he waited for that puck to finish its arc and come down. Thunderbirds collect it in the neutral zone. Regroup here. D-to-D pass. Good forecheck pressure in the neutral zone applied by the Rampage. They'll try a stretch pass. Picked off there. Back off the boards. Engel skates after it. Hertz will step up and pick it up. Hertz cross the red line. Dumps it. Cross ice dump. Chased after there by number 2 Mason Root, the Pueblo native. Great addition to this Rampage squad. He fires it out front. Nobody home though. Thunderbirds pick it up the boards and out of the zone as they tried the stretch up to the blue line and chip it back to the center play. Unable to make it work, and Chapman will chase after it on the forecheck. He gets some help from Root. Root fires it around the boards. Hertz will chase after it at the right point. Hertz throws it back into the corner, picked up there by Chapman. He tried to find streaking Hertz coming across the top of the circle, only able to get it. Kinseth has to play a little bit of D here, and Schroeder is going to pick up the loose change. He turns right in front of Mosier, gets his feet north. Nice play, good pass there by Schroeder to Chapman. Chapman takes a check but gets it deep. Schroeder made the original pass all the way down, F1 on the forecheck, so the defenseman doing a good job joining the rush. And the Rampage trying to collect it in the slot, and it squirts free. Schroeder back up to his point, shot on net, save made, steered to the corner, and Rampage forechecking here, good pressure as we have 16:35 left to go here in the first period. In the corner now, Rampage continue to hold. Good action so far. It's been limited whistles as both teams battle in the corner for it, 2-on-2 as they're tied up. Referee tells them to play on. Engel will step in, try to get it free. He does. Engel behind the net. Engel fires it up to the boards to White. White at the top left point. Shot on net. Gets through traffic but goes wide, and the Thunderbirds will relieve pressure. Clear it all the way down the ice. We'll get an icing, and both teams will go for a change. Freitas will stay out there. Banyan, Engel, and Dormer along with Banyan.
That's quite the start. You barely even had time to breathe, my friend.
They've
been going at it. It's been going back and forth. Rampage have done a great job of keeping it down in that offensive zone, but here we go again.
Not a lot of shots yet, but definitely a good job by the Rampage applying their forecheck pressure. Here comes the Thunderbirds. They'll dump it down deep. Behind the net it goes. Into the corner, chase after there. And Billings the first to it for the Rampage. He gets accosted by Trent White. White battles in the corner, puck squirts to the other side. Thunderbirds control. Across the top of the circle, high slot, shot on net, through traffic, goes high and wide. Hames throws it back to Billings in the corner. He gets checked, and Freitas picks up the change off the glass, actually goes up in the netting. So we'll get a face-off in zone. If Freitas was playing in the NHL, that'd be a 2-minute penalty, but you know, we'd also have higher panes of glass in this arena as well.
Yeah, well, and honestly, when I was playing in high school and college, it became a strategy that we knew, you know, all these arenas had nets around it. If you needed a break in the defensive zone, you just huck it up there, and that's why they made that rule in the NHL.
Beveridge will take the draw. Root to his left, Kinseth with him. Moore and Bennett on D. Thunderbirds control the draw, thrown out front. Rampage, Beveridge, he collects it. Beveridge tries to clear it, he gets accosted. Bennett picks it up though, loose change in the slot. He'll just chip it up into the neutral zone all the way down. We'll get an icing. So a big breath there for the Rampage as that puck found its way into the slot. And Bennett, right place, right time, picks it up and relieves pressure, ices the puck. We'll get a face-off to the left of Ethan Mosier. As number 77, Jack Beveridge, will step in to take the draw.
A little bit of battling between 17 and 10 in front of the net there.
A little stick action, playing a little Star Wars lightsaber. Here comes Beveridge now through the neutral zone, cross the blue line. Beveridge, top of the circle, shot goes wide, picked up there by Kinseth in the corner. Kinseth fires it back, almost behind the net. Back up top, Beveridge tries to find Hertz, who stepped down from his point in the skates, couldn't get to it, and here comes the Thunderbirds out of the zone. Chips it to the middle of the ice. Here they come against Schroeder. Schroeder shot on net. Great job by Schroeder.
Nice block.
Stepped down. Great block by Schroeder. Used his stick, used his body, and here they come on a rush. Kinseth now with it. Passes across. Good defensive block there by the Thunderbirds. Rampage trying to throw it back into the middle. Nobody home, and it'll be Hertz. Shot on net. Tip just goes wide harmlessly. Picked up by the Thunderbirds in the corner. They'll fire it out of the zone. Drop there by Root. Root tries to get a shot off. Backhand, throws it back to the corner. And a battle ensues down low as number 40 for Rampage, Mason Blair, working hard. Thunderbirds able to clear though. Here comes the Thunderbirds out of the zone. Good check there in the neutral zone. Bennett will pick up the change and he skates it right up the ice. Stops at the blue line, gets it deep, waits for some help, and that's number 67, Nick Pedden. He skates in. Starr delivers the check, puck out into the neutral zone. White has to regroup. White got it over to Banyan, Banyan to White. Now it squirts back to the other side of the ice. Starr will just chip it deep. Thunderbirds tried to drop it. Couldn't. Goes all the way in the corner. Fires back around the boards. And good job by Starr to keep that in. Chapman, F1, chases after it. White He pinched down from his point position. Puck squirts free and all the way down to Mosier. He's going to steer it aside for Schroeder. Schroeder's going to set up behind his own net. Schroeder up the ice.
That was a fortuitous bounce for the Thunderbirds there. As it was coming up, it was going to come down in the corner, but it bounced off some snow right in front of their bench and kicked it out over to Mosier. Otherwise, that would have just been an icing anyway. But now we're back in the Rampage zone, and now they've got to pay the price for a fortuitous bounce. Let's see if the Thunderbirds take advantage of that kind of a bounce in their fortune.
Blake Chapman will step in to take the draw. Won by the Rampage. Picked up behind the net. Number 17, Jack Moore, fires around the boards. Kinseth chips it up into the neutral zone. Battle there by Sanchez Mariama. And the Thunderbirds will collect the puck. Cross ice pass. Good regroup play, but blocked there nicely by Jack Moore. Great job stepping up on the blue line there to break up that regroup play by the Thunderbirds. And the Thunderbirds maintain possession, but the Rampage doing a great job plugging this neutral zone up. Bennett steps up. Here's an opportunity. Blocker save made by Mosier, so the first time he's really tested tonight, and he stands tall with a routine save. Puck alive in the corner. 3 Rampage players on it, 2 Rampage players on it. Squirts to Kinseth, and he'll just chip it deep all the way down the ice. That one's going to go, and it's going to slide behind the goal line, so we're going to get an icing and a face-off to the right of Mosier. So we talked about Ethan Mosier's stats. You go to My Hockey Rankings or EliteProspects.com, and Mosier boasts a 1.54 goals against average in the Hockey Federation League play, 93.4 goals save percentage. We'll keep going here in a second after our next break. Engel now with it. Engel, cross ice dump, chased after there by the Thunderbirds. He'll fire it around the boards. All the way around it comes, chipped out. Nope, kept in by the Thunderbirds momentarily. It'll be Hertz now, collects it. Hertz, D to Schroeder. Schroeder gets his feet north, across the red line, tries a cross ice pass to the middle to Engel. Engel can't connect, but puck gets deep, chased after there. It comes back out to the neutral zone. Hertz now, back over to Schroeder. Schroeder, good job, gets his feet north, back to Hertz. Good reverse of play there. Hertz to Dormer. Dormer chips it in. Shot on net there by Engel, blocked. And Mason Root, 4 checks, he gets beat on the play. Here comes the Thunderbirds again through the neutral zone, again plugged up there by Beveridge. So the Thunderbirds having all kinds of problems entering the zone. They do this time, shot on net. Mosier has to be sharp, makes the save. Hertz will clear it through the legs of Root. He turns around 360 to try to find it. It's already on the Thunderbird stick. They go cross ice play, and into the zone it comes. Has to be chased after there by Jack Banyan. Fires it around the boards for Hertz. Hertz chips it up the ice to the skate of Blair. Blair can't do anything with it, but he gets some help from Beveridge. Beveridge fires it right into the linesman's knee pad. And the Thunderbirds able to collect and come out of the zone. 0-5 breakout for them. Step up there in the neutral zone by Sanchez Mariama. Great job by him. Here they come with an opportunity. Mariama passes across to Kinseth. Kinseth got a stick on it, but it just goes wide. And it remains a scoreless game. Good opportunity for the Rampage. Thunderbirds collected. Here's a chance as they tried to float one and couldn't quite get to the target. White picks it up, and White skates around the boards, takes a check. Out of the zone it goes. We're going to get an offsides and a whistle.
Like,
2 players, Sanchez
Mariama finished his check and then had somebody draped on him like a monkey on his back. I mean, he was very lucky the ref was looking the wrong way. Otherwise, that's clear. But
back to Ethan Mosier's stats in the 18U regular season play, 16 games, 2.13 goals against average with a 93% save percentage. And in Tier 1 Elite League action, 4 games, 2.45 goals against, 90.2 save percentage, according to EliteProspects.com. So some nice numbers there so far this season for Ethan Mosier. Definitely a Division I prospect, USHL prospect. Certainly could play in the North American League next year. Keep an eye on number 88. Blair with the puck now, tries to get it out of the zone. Linville will intercept it, throws it back in the corner, back out front, up to the point now. It comes, shot on net, just goes wide. Mosier directs it wide off of his blocker, makes that one look easy. And the Thunderbirds showing a little bit of life here in the offensive zone, trying to keep the puck in. Unable to do it though, as Starr gets it deep. Thunderbirds have to regroup. Rampage wholesale change. All 5 players fresh onto the ice. Freitas, neutral zone forecheck, keeps it alive for the Rampage. And a turnover here. Rampage chasing after it. And it'll trickle back into the neutral zone. Schroeder's got to regroup. Schroeder up to Freitas. Freitas with some speed. Freitas, 6'4" body. Nice pass by Freitas. Freitas over the shot on net, and it's a goal. Beautiful play. Gavin Dormer buries it. What a beautiful pass by Jack Freitas. He got it across to Gavin Dormer, and Dormer left-handed shot. No mistake about it. He rips it and goes bar down. Rampage 1, Thunderbirds nothing.
What a beautiful goal there.
Beautiful goal for the Rampage, as that was set up there by number 9 Freitas, showing his playmaking ability, and number 19 Dormer showing his ability to finish the play. And with 9:50 left to go here in the first period, the Colorado Rampage have drawn first blood. Off the draw, Schroeder, nice pass up to Beveridge. Beveridge through the middle of the ice. Here's another opportunity. Shot just goes wide. Not sure if that one got. Great pass by Root to Chapman. Chapman one-timer from the high slot. That one goes wide. Schroeder keeps it in at the point, and the Thunderbirds able to clear. Chased after there by Hertz. He'll skate it deep into his zone, back behind Mosier, and up the ice to Beveridge. Beveridge takes a big check by Engel, and he'll go to the ice, or go to the bench. Chapman skates it into the zone, gets accosted in the corner. Gets some help from Root, though. Root throws it back up, picked up there by Blair. Blair shot on net. Here's an opportunity just off of Root's stick. He was standing on that far side. He'll throw it back into the middle, just off of the stick of Blair, and the Thunderbirds able to collect and skate it out of the zone. Here's an intercepted play, and Root picks up the loose change at the red line. Little stick handle to himself, and Root tried to get it up to Pedden. Couldn't quite connect. Pedden now on the ice, high hit there. We're going to get a whistle for a hand pass. And with 8:50 left to go, Rampage 1, Thunderbirds nothing. Stick around right after this first period intermission. We'll have a couple words from Lou Vero, see what he thinks about this game. We'll get a face-off here to the right of Mosier. Canyon, out of the zone it goes. Chapman chips it out. Thunderbirds. Back in it comes. Picked up there by White. In the corner now, Thunderbirds pick it up, half wall, skated out of the zone, up into the neutral zone, cross the red line, and good job by the Rampage, stepping up, forcing a soft dump onto Mosier. He'll steer it up into the netting, and we'll get a face-off to his right.
So far, just a great game by both teams, honestly. Rampage has taken advantage of the opportunity. A great shot. You see how close these teams are and just how hard they're willing to fight to get that win.
Off the draw, Moore with it. Moore up the ice to Freitas. Freitas across the red line. And picked up there by Engel. Rampage now behind the net. Intercepted by the T-Birds. Out of the zone they come. Far cross ice play. Picked up there by Moore. Moore takes a hit by Billings. Gets it up into the neutral zone. Thunderbirds offsides. We'll get a whistle here and a face-off in the neutral zone. Rampage will change their D pairing as Moore and Bennett will head to the bench. Hertz and Schroeder on the ice. Dormer, Freitas, Engel stay out there as they get their return after scoring the first goal of the evening on their last shift. Shot in on Mosier. He'll hang on to it. Glove it. We'll get a whistle and a face-off to his left.
A little bit of chit-chat in front of the net there.
A little friendly chit-chat. Couple players laughing at each other.
Yeah, just getting to know each other's names and what they're going to do on the next play.
Wins the draw back to Schroeder. Schroeder skates behind the net with the heel stop. Looks the other direction. And Schroeder tries to find Dormer off his stick, though. Couldn't quite connect, but Dormer able to skate up to the ice. Pick it up back to Schroeder. Schroeder D-to-D pass to Hertz. So a broken play there, but Schroeder is able to pick it back up, and here he comes. Gets a second chance to lead this rush.
Oh,
nice pass up to Engel. Engel with it now. Shot on net. Right into the breadbasket or pad. Save made by the T-Birds goaltender. Another shot. Dormer was there. Almost got a stick on her. That was, Engel will chase it, get some help from Freitas now. Dormer and Hertz will keep it alive. Thunderbirds trying to clear puck over to the far side and out of the zone. They'll ice it to relieve some pressure here. We'll get an icing. So good shift there by the Rampage again. This Dormer, Freitas, Engel line getting some offensive opportunities. And we'll get a face off. To the other end of the ice it goes.
Rampage are doing a good job so far of hanging onto the puck, making sure they've had the lion's share of the possession. Problem is the Thunderbirds are going to start attacking them aggressively, trying to get little cherry pickers out here and there, try and take little shots when the Rampage aren't paying attention. They got to make sure to stay locked in and play their game.
Thunderbirds through into the neutral zone, into their offensive zone. Good back check pressure by the Rampage to negate any scoring opportunity. So again, good work through the neutral zone and good back pressure provided by the forwards. Rampage are plugging up any rush attempts by the T-Birds. In the neutral zone, Thunderbirds again with it. They'll chip it deep. Chased after there by the Rampage. Chip to the ice. That's number 14, Jack Banyan.
Penalty coming up.
And a penalty will be coming up here. That'll be a tripping call.
Against the Rampage.
And Mason Root will go to the box. Number 2, Root.
Yeah.
Having a good year for the Rampage as well.
Yeah. Oh, and you know, it's one of those penalties where I half blame him, half don't blame him. When you're in amongst all those people, all those legs, sometimes your stick is just going to get caught. Knowing Mason, he's
8 games. 8 games for Mason, 8 points, 6 goals, 2 assists. He can score goals.
I'd say a point a game is a pretty good average.
Got a little bit of the injury bug earlier this season. Rampage went 4-0 this last weekend out in the North American Prospects Hockey League Tier 1 event. We'll get a face-off to the right of Mosier. Rampage will get another change here. They will bring on the Chapman-Kinseth-Mariama line. Pinto Sanchez-Mariama takes the draw. Stuck in the skates. As both players battle for it. Still stuck in the skates. Thunderbirds will come out of the pile with it. Here's an opportunity through traffic, blocked in front. Went off of the back of a Thunderbirds player, thrown back in front. Hames will take it now. And the Thunderbirds will work this power play. Thrown in front, blocked, goes back up top. Thunderbirds setting up here. Looks like a box plus one, almost an overload or an umbrella power play. Great block there by Schroeder. And Sanchez-Mariama chips it out. Schroeder sacrificing his body. Another great shot block there, and an opportunity.
Goodness.
That was number 16 for the Rampage Engel. So here comes a T-Bird shot save made by Mosier. He had traffic in front, and White. And now we get some pushing and shoving. A little bit of fisticuffs here.
Easy does it, boys. Easy does it, boys.
Freitas laying on top of Hames.
Well, you got a penalty for it. Easy does it, boys. Sorry about the profanity if you catch any.
So it looks like Hannock and Freitas will go to the box. Hannock not happy with the headlock Freitas had him in. But hey, you know what? You get close to your goaltender. That's what you want your team to do. Be tough. Clear guys out. Thunderbirds trying to rattle Ethan Mosier a little bit, and Trent White leading the charge there is going to push those opponents out, protect his goalie. I don't think we'll see much harm or foul here as 2 players to the box. It should be 5-on-5. We'll see what they call. Looks like a roughing and a slash, and that'll be that. We'll go.
I'd say that's fair.
Still 5-on-4 as the Rampage still killing this off.
If there's roughhousing in front of the net, as a forward, you should expect to get put on your rear end. And as a defenseman, you are expected to put somebody on their rear end. Now, once things get settled, once the whistle blows, that's when things should stop, and that's why these folks are getting penalties. But, you know, Rampage. Oh, the Rampage are still down.
Well, with 4:54 left to
Yeah.
go, it'll be 5-on-4. Thunderbirds will continue their power play. So again, coincidental penalties here. Freitas will sit for 2, as will Hannock, and they'll calm themselves down, and we'll get back to action here. Face off to the left of Moser. It'll be Chapman, along with Dormer, Banyan, and Trent White for the Rampage. Puck fired around the boards, chased after it by Banyan. Billings gets to it first. 2 players on 1 here. Great job by Banyan working on McCulloch. Fires it up top and held in. So Thunderbirds able to slow it down. Here's an opportunity. Great play there by White, not to get fooled by Wang's attempt to skate around him. McCulloch though, here's an opportunity. Blocker save, rebound attempt, another shot just goes wide. Moser did a great job making the initial save, then getting from his left to right and making that rebound attempt difficult, and it goes wide. Thunderbirds control. Billings now. Half wall, back up to the top, to the point. Cross ice play, top of the circle. Top point, back low to Billings. Billings. Just great. McCulloch trying to get into that slot area. One-timer, nobody there. Moser with the save, rebound. They tried to tuck it. Moser got to the pad, or got to the post. It's still out. Another shot on that. It goes wide. And it's 5-on-5. Mariama out of the box, takes a big hit. Kinseth now with it, so huge action, and Ethan Moser doing a great job to keep the puck out of the net. We're back to 5-on-5, and here's an opportunity by Bennett. Shot on net. Rebound, Thunderbirds control. Rampage steal it. Kinseth cycles it back down deep. Chased after there by Beveridge. Bennett now from his point position skates down the wall with the puck in the corner. Tries to fire it out front. Root forechecks. Root throws it back behind the corner, picked off by the Thunderbirds, up into the netting and out, and we will catch a breath and get a face-off. So a lot of action down here at the end of that Thunderbirds power play as they got the puck moving and they got a couple opportunities. Moser stood tall, and the biggest one was big save. He came across from his left to right, didn't flinch, great positioning, and the Thunderbirds player, he looked up. You could see him looking at the net, and he had nothing to shoot at, so he ended up shooting it wide. He tried to go glove hand and missed the net, so great job by Moser to get back in that play to keep this game a 1-0 Rampage lead.
Just shows his incredible flexibility as well as movement and confidence in himself. What a great series by the goaltender there.
Shot just goes wide as the Thunderbirds 5-on-5 back into their offensive zone here, trying to take advantage of some momentum. Fay with it. He'll turn, throw it back down deep to Jennings. Jennings cycles it to the corner. Picked up there by Nelson. Nelson now with it. He gets accosted by Schroeder, but gets it back up top. Shot on net. Nice block there by Hertz as Hertz goes down to take care of that puck. Goes off of his left shin pad. And he shakes his leg off a little bit, but another great shot blocked by the Rampage. Never got to Moser. We'll get a face off to his right, and the Rampage will change it up.
What a fun game so far.
Been a great game.
Man, you've been doing the lion's share of the work because this has been a fast back and forth game, not very many stoppages. What's some just great high-level hockey on display for us tonight?
Everything we thought. Classic in-state rivalry, 2 storied programs. The 2 oldest programs that remain in the state of Colorado, the Colorado Thunderbirds and the Colorado Rampage. You think about AAA hockey in the state of Colorado, these are the 2 teams that come to your mind. The two only members of the Tier 1 Elite League, then members of the Tier 1 Elite League really since its inception. Back in the early 2000s. They've been a stalwart to lead that league. Rampage and the Thunderbirds have worked together for years to make youth hockey better, and they certainly have, and you can see what they built here. And this is just some great hockey to watch between these 2 programs.
I can tell you growing up in the state, these were the 2 teams to beat. I was always a Tigers guy. And it was always a great day if you could ever beat the Rampage and the Thunderbirds, and this is showing why.
Blair chips it down deep. Thunderbirds Hewitt, he'll fire it around the boards, picked up there at the point. Bennett can't keep it in though, he'll have to chase after it. It's a foot race here. Nice job by Bennett to win it.
Nice hustle.
Picked up there, he had a little bit of help as that was Fisher. Fisher tried to get it back out to Wang. Wang gets squeezed off the puck there by Moore. Moore over to Bennett. Bennett gets his head up, takes a look, cross ice play, intercepted there in the neutral zone. Thunderbirds couldn't quite get to it though. Blair is going to fire it down deep. Hewitt, defenseman for the Thunderbirds, will chase after it. And it'll be Engel and Blair will allow a 5-0 breakout here. No pressure as Freitas is out of the box. Fired up the ice. Engel now for the Thunderbirds offsides as he was on the wrong side of the blue line, picking up that long stretch pass. We'll get a face-off in the neutral zone. Center ice draw. Nope, they're going to go all the way back into the defensive zone, and we'll get a face-off to the left of Damon Baxter from Omaha, Nebraska, number 31 for the Thunderbirds. Freitas will take this one, showing some toughness in that last play where he took a 2-minute penalty. Schroeder now with it. Here comes Schroeder across the blue line. Schroeder gets tripped up. No call there. Should have been. And thrown back out front, blocked by the Rampage. Freitas gets squeezed along the wall and eventually puck off his stick. Kept alive though by Hertz. Back behind the net it goes. Thunderbirds try to find an outlet pass. Gets past Engel. Nice play there by Freitas though to lift the stick check and pickpocket. Thunderbirds able to get it though. Here they come. 2-on-2 with back check pressure. Fired up off the stick of Hertz into the netting, and we will get a face-off with 40.6 seconds left to go here in an action-packed first period. I want to remind everybody to go to Amazon.com and search Lou Vero, the godfather of U.S. hockey, and you will have a heck of a read. You can get it on Amazon.com. Lou Vero, the godfather of USA Hockey, Hall of Fame coach. We're going to have him here in the booth here in just about 30 seconds. Kento Sanchez Mariama chips it down deep. Good forecheck pressure by him. Kenseth follows it up. Thunderbirds able to come out of the pile though with it. Chapman third man high there. He gets beat. And the Thunderbirds able to skate into the zone, dump it down deep, and they go on their forecheck. White first to the puck though. Trent White gets accosted and gets some help though from Chapman. Battle ensues, and Sanchez Mariama will come out of the pile with it. Try to tape pass to Kenseth off his stick, and it's going to bounce all the way down to the other end, and we're going to get an icing and a face-off to the right of Mosier. 5.5 seconds left to go in this opening period. Colorado Thunderbirds, Colorado Rampage. Thanks for joining us on the World Sports Broadcasting Network. Brought to you by Rampage TV. Sean Hathaway along with David Cunliffe and Lou Vero in the booth tonight on a beautiful Colorado day. Finishing up nicely with a wonderful rivalry game. Off the draw now. That'll do it. As both teams will take a break, head to the locker room. Hannock and Freitas playing a little lightsaber action there as they skate off the bench. Hannock
those are the two that got into it, huh?
Showing his Luke Skywalker, and Freitas, I don't know, he did a good Darth Vader block there with his stick.
Yeah.
As those kids laughing.
Just some kids having fun. What are you going to do?
We'll see about those two if that escalates.
Oh, no doubt will.
So we'll take a quick commercial break on Rampage TV. We'll be back in the booth joined by Lou Vero. We'll be back after this commercial.
Pre-order my book now on Amazon.
What you need, sir?
Welcome back to the broadcast. I'm joined in the booth by Hall of Fame legend, Coach Lou Vero. Lou, welcome. Great to have you.
Thank you, Sean.
So, been up in the booth watching this game with us. Let's get your thoughts of the first period. What do you think so far about the action?
I thought it was outstanding, especially on behalf of the Rampage. They played really well and at a very high tempo, clean game by both teams, but enough physicality to make it very competitive and enjoyable.
Yeah, two teams, in-state rivals, the oldest and most storied franchises in the state, representing Colorado at Tier 1. You've been around this game for a long time. You've seen youth hockey in in this country develop. What's your thoughts about what you're seeing right here, two local teams at the level of hockey that we're watching?
Very good. Excellent. Well-prepared teams. I'm really impressed with, not because it's the Rampage organization, I'm really impressed. I've watched these kids for 2-3 years now developing. I see them in the gym working hard every time I'm here. Their game has improved, not only individually, but as a group, as a team. That was excellent hockey from the goal out. Just excellent. There's some good players out there.
A lot of effort we're seeing. Let's talk about some of the off-ice training. You see these kids working out in the gym. I know you come up here and you work on Mondays and Wednesdays with the younger kids, and it's open to everybody, so these kids can come work out with you as well. But the importance of off-ice training and what we're seeing in the last few years with some of the better commitment from some of our players to engage in off-ice training, we're seeing a lot of results from that.
I think it's important for a number of reasons. It's got to be age specific, number one. You don't do with 8-year-olds, 9-year-olds what you do with 16-year-olds.
Yeah.
The qualities that they can work on, appropriate for their age, will make them in time better players on the ice.
Yeah.
And it doesn't cost hardly anything to do it.
Yeah.
It's a commitment. Much of what I show the little guys, they can do at home, and the majority seem to be doing that. And it would be a terrible waste of their time not to do it.
Yeah.
It takes many years of commitment and training to become better and to improve those qualities, but the time is going to pass. It's like me going on a diet. Next December is going to come.
Yeah.
If I commit and make an effort to eat healthier, eat better, I'll be less fat come the year. It's going to come anyway.
Yeah.
And so I try to encourage and inspire the kids to stick with it, because if they do this for 5-6 years, good off-ice training starting when they're young, they'll have an advantage over players who don't do it.
Well, we look at some of these kids, you've taught them the Ukrainian Cossack dance, and these kids get super low and they're able to do these athletic things. They can't do that by just coming to 1 or 2 off-ice trainings. They've got to work on that.
They have to do it at home.
That's right.
I ask them to give me 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes at night, 7 days a week.
Yep.
That's all.
Yep.
And in 3-4 years, because they do these different things, they'll be much better at skating, they'll be stronger, and they'll be more agile. They'll be better hockey players because of it. And it costs nothing.
Costs nothing. Yep. Well, let's go back to this game here. So you've been around this game a long, long time. You're the coach going into the locker room between the first and the second. Your head coach, Brett Clark, what do you say to your team?
Keep doing everything we're doing.
Yeah.
Don't change a thing. Everything we're doing. And I heard you while you were announcing comments several times on Moshe, the goalie. He's one of these kids that's really improved. I saw him play for you probably, how many years ago?
3-4 years ago.
Yeah, he's come a long way, but he's a kid I see in the gym every time I'm up here during the day. He's in there working, and he's really improved. And his movement in the goal was sensational.
Yeah. Very under
period.
control. I've argued he's the top 07 in the state, and I think he continues to prove that as he continues to develop. So we'll see before a junior team picks him up.
Yeah, these teams are well prepared.
Yeah.
You know, the coaches are doing a good job with them. Both teams thought the Rampage were a little better. And of course, it's home ice advantage, which helps. And it was an excellent period of hockey, great tempo and enjoyable to watch.
Well, a couple more things, and then we'll get to break here. We're going to be starting a podcast soon. Want to get it out there. I'll make it official. We're putting together the preparations, and this will be something that we're going to provide the hockey community, not just for the Rampage or for the state of Colorado, but nationally and internationally. It's going to be on the World Wide Web, and we're going to talk about coaching, and we're going to tell stories, and we're going to help coaches get better by trying to explain what works and maybe what works better. So thoughts about that? You excited to jump on and start educating?
Well, yeah, I'd be very honored to be involved, and look forward to it. Hope it comes soon. You know, one thing I have is experience.
Yep.
I've seen a lot, and I've enjoyed watching the growth of the sport in the USA the past 45, 46 years that I was with USA Hockey for over 40 years. And I remember when I first started, there were 4 employees. Now they have well over 100. We had 4 or 5 players, marginal in some cases, in the NHL. Now we have a boatload. So it's getting better and better all the time, and I love the global game as well as the NHL, which is a global game. Should be named the International League, not the NHL. Nothing national about it.
That's right.
It's international. And it's just a great level of hockey. So much fun to watch college hockey, junior hockey, high school hockey, youth hockey. It's all good. It's great.
Well, stay tuned. We'll be getting it going, and you can we'll be talking a lot of hockey here soon. So, and then also last question: if we get you on the broadcast later in this game, do a little color? No, can't do it. All right. Well, it was good to have you on, just to at least get the interview. We'll ask your opinions after this next period.
Hey, I'm an old man. I'm almost 80. I'm freezing cold. And,
it is cold in this room.
Yeah, and
well, Lou, thanks for joining us.
I'll be back again tomorrow for the Deke the Halls hockey with the little guys. It's so great. What a great program. Joe Stanchik runs it, Coach Joe, and Kelly Moon. They do just a great job, and Colin Martell.
Colin Martell does a
Love
great
it.
job with these kids. Yeah,
Love
so
it.
Deke the Halls, come by Monument Rinks tomorrow. We got through with the 8U division tonight, and we'll start with the 10Us, 12Us, and 14Us. Runs through Christmas Eve here at Monument Ice Rink. So Deke the Halls, a lot of fun. A lot of entertainment.
Great.
For joining us. Always great to
You're very
to
welcome,
be
and
with
you guys keep up the good work of broadcasting, because it's professional.
Appreciate it. Well, if it wasn't for David, it wouldn't be. So you can
It's
thank,
very
you can
good.
Thank him. All right, Lou. We'll talk to you in a little bit. We'll be back on the Rampage TV of the World Sports Broadcasting Network for the start of the second period.
Pre-order my book now on Amazon.
Welcome back to Rampage TV. At the start of the second period, I want to thank Lou Vero for joining us in studio. It's great to work with Lou. I learn something every day from him. And certainly excited for us to get moving on our special project of spreading the word of coaching and what brought Coach Vero's success. It's in line with all the empirical evidence of how it should work. Be excited to dive deep with Lou Vero. Off the draw, Thunderbirds cleared all the way back down deep. We'll get an icing to start this thing. And a face-off to the left of Baxter. Face-off. Rampage, good job winning this draw. Wanted on all hustle there. That was Sanchez Mariama. He'll tie it up against the boards with Chapman. In the corner to the left here of Baxter. McCulloch helping out there. He'll come out of the zone. It'll be Kenseth around the net. Tries a wraparound attempt. Save made by Baxter. Nice play by Kenseth. Showed some great speed as he accelerated to try to wrap that one around and slam it home. Baxter held tight on that post. Thunderbirds now controlling the offensive zone. In the corner. Trying to throw it out front. Picked off there by Schroeder. Schroeder picks it up and skates it out of the zone. Showing some speed here. Skates it all the way in, gets bumped down onto the ice, and the Thunderbirds will fire it around the boards. Hall gets checked by Sanchez Mariama. He's able to chip it out though. Nice play by Hall to take that check. And cleared down by the Thunderbirds. We'll get an icing again and a face-off to the left of Baxter. This one's going to go to the right of Baxter. Thunderbirds will keep same line on the ice. Number 19, Gavin Dormer. 16, Engel. And number 9, Aspen native Jack Freitas. 6'4". Big prospect for the Colorado Rampage in number 9. Dormer, another great prospect. He'll chip it in. Chased after there by Engel. Engel, good forecheck pressure. And Engel, he'll chase it. Engel, another capable forward playing at the 18U AAA level. Good skater. It's a nice line. These guys try to find some chemistry. It's got the lone goal for the Rampage earlier in that first period. Jack Freitas found Dormer. And Dormer, bar down, beat Baxter clean. Off the draw, Thunderbirds control. Good pressure applied there by Engel, thrown around the boards. Freitas gets to it first. Freitas psychs it down to Dormer. Dormer now with it. Dormer tried to throw it back to Engel. Engel chases it, gets some help from Freitas. All three forwards for a moment down below the goal line. Out of the zone, the Thunderbirds are able to get it. Banyan chips it back to the neutral zone. Freitas helps out and gets it to Dormer. Oh, big hit there to Dormer's face as Muir took his two fists and just punched Dormer right in the face, knocked him to the ice, and Muir's going to go to the box. That's about as clean as it comes.
Ref a Coke, he said it at the same time. Punched him right in the face.
Is that what the ref just said?
Mm-hmm.
He did. Punched him right in the face.
At the same time as you. He said, well, you punched him right in the face. What do you expect? So a good playoff opportunity for the Rampage here. This is especially with a game this tight, this contested, you certainly want to take advantage of these opportunities that the Thunderbirds are bound to give you.
First power play opportunity for the Rampage. It'll be the Kenseth Chapman Mariama line along with Hertz and number 2 Mason Root up top. Chapman back up top to Root. Root over to Hertz. Playing in an umbrella here. Back up top to Root. Root looks back to Hertz. Hertz on the offhand wing here. Down low to Mariama. He goes to the corner. Back up top for Root. Root takes a look. Shot on net. Glove saved by Baxter. And we'll get a whistle. So good possession time for the Rampage as Root and Hertz worked it. Set up in that umbrella formation. Sanchez Mariama releases to the corner. Gets it back up top, and Root with the shot on net.
That's a dangerous shot. We know Root's good with that wrist shot of his.
Chapman wins the draw. Back up top now. Trent White on the ice. Root shot on net. Save made by Baxter. Rebound attempt. Kenseth tried to get to it. Couldn't get a stick on it. Sanchez Mariama fires it all the way around to the far corner, and out of the zone it goes as Ketchum's able to clear it. No icing here. Nope, we are going to get an icing. As White first to it. Crosses the goal line, and Rampage will change it up. It'll be Hertz and Schroeder along with Freitas, Dormer, and number 77 for the Rampage, Jack Beveridge. He'll take the draw. 1 minute, 17 seconds left to go on the man advantage, so an opportunity here. We'll see if this unit can make something happen off the draw. Thunderbirds control, fire it wide. Rampage have to skate all the way back and collect it. Hertz now, he'll reverse it to Dormer. Dormer now picks it up. Thunderbirds will relieve pressure, and out of the zone, Rampage able to skate it. Cross ice pass all the way over to Dormer. Good play there. Dormer picks it up. Back up top for Freitas. Freitas to Hertz. Back to Freitas. Freitas on the half wall. Freitas holds it. Back up to Hertz. Hertz walks to the middle. Cross ice over to Schroeder. Schroeder shots blocked. Beveridge goes after the rebound in the corner. Tied up there, gets some help from Freitas. Back up top for Schroeder. Schroeder walks, throws it back down to Beveridge. Beveridge to Freitas. Freitas shot on net, save made by Baxter. Sharp angle shot by Freitas, and Baxter gets the blocker on it. Nice passing play from Beveridge to Freitas. And Schroeder is going to take an interference call himself here as the Thunderbirds.
I appreciate the energy, but it was far too far after he was separated from the puck.
So that'll do it for the Rampage power play. Schroeder will skate to the box. We'll go 4-on-4 for the next 22 seconds before the Thunderbirds will return full strength. And they'll have a good minute and 38 seconds on the clock to try to get a power play goal of their own.
And just like I said, it was a perfect opportunity for the Rampage to take advantage of a mistake by the Thunderbirds. Now this is the perfect opportunity for the Thunderbirds to take advantage of a mistake by the Rampage and get right back to a 0-0 game, essentially. So we'll see how the Rampage do on this kill here and make sure they keep their nose clean.
Engel along with Chapman on the kill. Well, 7 seconds left. It's still 4-on-4, but Thunderbirds pretty much setting this thing up already. Puck comes out of the zone, chased after there by Engel. And that'll do it for the T-Birds penalty. 5-on-4 now as the kill will begin. Here comes the Thunderbirds now. McCulloch, he'll pull up. Top of the circle, shot on net's blocked. Looks like Banyan got a stick on it. Puck goes up into the netting and we'll get a face-off. Boone Kenseth jumps onto the ice along with number 28, Kento Sanchez Mariama, the spark plug player for the Rampage. To kill this off, Banyan and White remain on D. 15:54 left to go here in the period. 1:23. Thanks for joining us on Rampage TV tonight. Thunderbirds control the draw. Up top it goes. Cross ice pass from the blue line. Shot on net. Wide. It was blocked. And trickles out of the zone. Calling now for the Thunderbirds. Pick it up. D-to-D pass in the neutral zone. Pressure there by Sanchez Mariama. Wang's got to turn and go back behind his net. Start all over again. So good job there by Sanchez Mariama to kill a few more seconds off the clock. Thunderbirds controlled breakout. Struggling in the neutrals with it. They got to pull up. Still have some speed though. As they're able to set up cross-ice play. Good job there by the Rampage. Stick and stick lanes. Good pressure. Thunderbirds able to set up though. Up top it comes. Back down to the half wall. Cross-ice play, and it's tipped by Sanchez Mariama out of the zone. 49 seconds left on the man advantage for the Thunderbirds as they've been able to set up here. Here's an opportunity. Good stick play by White as he lifted the stick, pocketed the T-Birds, fired around the wall, and picked up there at the point. Here's an opportunity for the T-Birds from up top. Shot on net, save made by Moser, rebound picked up by White. Fires it into the corner, falls down, and the Thunderbirds able to get to it and possess it. Here they come out of the corner, back down deep. They'll hold up, skate up to the half wall. Working from the half wall, they'll rotate up top and skate back to the half wall, thrown back to the corner, back to the half wall, up top now. And shot on net through traffic, goes wide, picked up there on the far side. And that'll do it, cleared by the Rampage, and that'll be it for the Thunderbirds power play. Rampage kill it off. It's 5-on-5. Thunderbirds fired all the way back down deep. Engel for the Thunderbirds. Off the wall. Here's an opportunity. Thrown back out front. Good job there as Schroeder was aware, picks it up in the slot and clears it harmlessly, and he'll skate after it. F1 on the forecheck here. So again, Schroeder, first one down the ice, almost got it to Dormer. So great job by Schroeder to create some offense here as he skates back to the bench and gets replaced by Mason Blair. Chipped out by Wallstad and intercepted by Root. Root now with it. Here comes Root. Shot on net. Root just misses top shelf as he lets out Blasco. Missed by just a couple inches. And Blair skates after it. Pressure here by the Rampage. Wild for the T-Birds. Gets it out of the zone. Dormer couldn't keep it in. And up to more to Root. Root takes a big hit and good reverse hit. And then Hannock with another big hit and a punch thrown by Dormer. And that'll be that as Root going after it here as Hannock, again, causing all kinds of chaos and got Dormer to throw a punch. We're going to see if the referees saw it. I don't think they did as Root was going after it down here in the corner, which had all the eyes on the officials. So I think Dormer's going to get away with a nice, good left shiver to the forehead on the T-Birds player. No harm, no foul. Jack Beveridge will take this draw. Remains 5-on-5 as this rivalry heats up. The physical play really starting to pick up here. And it's the little things, David, the behind the play, after the whistle. Big hits. There's another big check laid there by Schroeder. Shot on net goes wide. Thunderbirds control top of the point. Blocked there by Root. Root chases after it in the neutral zone. It's going to trickle all the way down into the corner. Chased after by Root. Thrown around the boards. And kept in by Kinseth. He gets checked. Chapman now with it. Chapman up top to Hertz. Hertz fires it on net. Save made by Baxter as he flashed the glove. Catches it. We'll get a save to his, or a face-off to his left. As Root goes off the ice, we'll get Sanchez Mariama to replace him. Chapman stays on along with Kinseth. And we'll see Jack Moore, number 17, along with number 18, Bennett. Chapman will take the draw against McCulloch here. Won by the Rampage momentarily. Going into the corner, Chapman will chase after it. Thunderbird's able to fire it behind the net. And they'll throw it back the other direction. Kept in there by Moore. Moore knocks the official to the ice. Big check there by Chapman. Again, more forecheck pressure here by the Rampage as the Thunderbird's able to clear the zone, skate through the neutral zone and across the blue line. Rampage bottling up any offensive zone rush attempt though. Back up top, shot on net. Another big block, that one by Sanchez Mariama. And we're going to get another whistle as McCulloch's helmet is off. And he's skating around asking Jack Moore a couple questions, now asking the officials a couple questions. And he goes to the bench. Still wondering if he's going to get answers from anybody, I think. Not going to get any. And we're going to get a face-off in the neutral zone. No penalty here. As number 16, Bennett Engel, will take the draw. Jack Freitas. And number 67, Nick Pedden, fills in for this line. And we're going to get another whistle. And not sure what the referee's calling. Well, I guess the net's off its moorings, so we're going to get that fixed. We'll get a face-off back inside to the left of Ethan Mosier. 12:14 left to go.
We're in the rough stuff patch of this game, I would say. The refs are kind of letting them play a little bit. The players are going to beat each other up a little bit. Either the players are going to kind of self-police here, or the refs are going to have to crack down a little bit. But
no icing. Thunderbirds chase it all the way down. Fired around the boards. Linville picks it up. It's knocked off his stick, and Engel cross ice dump. He gets checked and knocked to the ice. And the Thunderbirds spring a breakaway here. Shot on net. Save made by Mosier with the left pad. So Mosier tested on the breakaway. Comes up big as a Rampage looking for a line change. Schroeder got caught. Had to get back. And Mosier comes up with a huge save here in the second period. Root chases after Hewitt. Hewitt throws it up. Wallstad off the boards, and it'll go to number 26 here for the T-Birds. Fisher up the ice, cross far play to Linville. He gets checked, and Fisher joins the play, picks up the puck with some speed, skates it to the corner, and then he gets bottled up off of his stick. It's taken by Beveridge. Beveridge throws it around the boards. Root can't get to it at the point, and it's kept alive. Back around, Schroeder now in the corner. He takes a check, battles for it. Beveridge with it. He gets a whack from a stick, loses the puck up to Blair. Blair chips it to the defenseman. Dangerous play by Blair. He's got to be a little bit more conscientious with the puck there.
Got to get that head up. Make sure you have time. He had plenty of time there, but he was worried about getting hit.
Moser stops the puck, gives it for Schroeder. Schroeder reverses nicely to Hertz. Good job to relieve pressure there up the ice as they were looking for the stretch pass to Chapman, unable to connect, but a good opportunity. Just a heads-up play by Schroeder there as he went to the strong side. Nice, perfectly executed reverse to his partner Hertz. Hertz steps from the front of the net, picks up the puck off the boards, and stretch pass, and if Chapman been just another foot or two the other side of the blue line, that might have worked out very nicely in the Rampage's favor.
It was a great look from the defenseman there, making sure that he got it up there. Those passes are very dangerous, but if you can make them confidently, especially with that sort of speed on that puck there, you're in for a good pass. Just, yeah, like you said, unfortunately just about a foot off sides.
Bennett now with it. He'll skate it up the ice, cross ice play. Great look by Bennett to Mariyama. He takes a check, keeps on skating.
Kept moving his feet, so he didn't take the brunt of it. He was able to skate through it.
That was a great teaching point there for kids learning to check and take checks. Sanchez Mariyama squeezed against the boards there, and you're right, David. Never stopped moving his feet. The second, if he would have stopped moving his feet there, he would have been on his rear end.
Lit up. Yeah, if he sees that check coming and tries to squeeze into the boards, yeah, that's how you're taught to defend against some checks. But honestly, more often than not, if you put your shoulder down and just keep your legs moving, you're going to be like Sanchez Mariyama, breaking through and getting into the zone.
That was definitely a teaching clip. He got low, kept his arms inside, no chicken wings.
No chicken wings.
And, big check, mid-ice collision there. As that was number 16, Engel, delivering a huge check center ice. Looked like that was on Wild. As the physical play continues to pick up here. Banyan now picks it up. Banyan off the boards. He gets checked. And Mosier, blocker save into the corner. Freitas takes a body against the boards. Rampage try to chip it out, look for the indirect angle, couldn't quite connect, so Engel and Dormer looking for each other. There's a pass up to Engel, couldn't connect, but it goes on to Baxter. Rampage will get a change here. Dormer chases it. Mason Root and Beveridge jump onto the ice. Schroeder still stuck out there on D with Banyan. And the Thunderbirds control back behind the net, picked off by Schroeder. And here comes Schroeder with some speed through the middle of the ice to Root. Root gets bumped off the puck. Thunderbirds will collect it. And Hewitt, turnover here. Blair threw it on to the net. Baxter covers it. Blair was looking for Root. And some pushing and shoving from Ketchum here. The talking continues. The referee just asking the Rampage player, Mason Root, just skate away.
It's, and I have to argue, in these sorts of games where that physicality really kicks up, it's really important to stand your ground. There are some games where, especially if you're the more skilled team, maybe you don't want to play this physical.
Great shot by Root. Here's an opportunity save made by Baxter on the rebound. Another rebound save made by Baxter in the glove off of Engel's backhand. As Root got that started with a great shot off the draw. Baxter makes a great save, the rebound attempt, and then Engel's backhand play. And he flashes the glove, covers it, and we'll get a face-off to his right. So Baxter showing his worth for this 18U T-Bird squad, the Omaha, Nebraska native. Fixes his mask, gets resituated, and he'll get set to go here. Engel will take the draw. Root and Blair along with him. Thunderbirds control. Hewitt behind his own net. Hewitt, backhand pass, gets bumped by Schroeder. Shot on net. Baxter, another save. Into the corner it goes. Picked up by Hewitt. Thunderbirds, Hewitt off the boards. Out of the zone it goes. All the way down the ice. And this one will be played by Mosier. No icing. As it had been tipped. Another big hit there. That was by Schroeder. Boy, just demolishes his player. Nelson in the neutral zone. He pulls up. Loses the puck. Root now with it. Root He gets tied up. Hurts in the neutral zone. Over to Schroeder. Schroeder fires it onto the net. He takes a big hit. Gets dumped to the ice. Hewitt off the glass all the way down the ice. Would get an icing. And it just seems like about every 30 seconds, David, we're having another massive hit. Big collision and players going down in big heaps of tumbleness.
Well, and I'd say that speaks to the Rampage's ability to adapt to the game. You know, watching them, if they're in control of the game, it's not necessarily going to be the most physical, hard-hitting game. But these guys know how to respond, know how to play in those when they've been given those parameters by their opponent. They got to buckle down, make those hits, get through it, and play that rough kind of game.
Here's Kinseth off the draw. Kinseth tried to walk it to the slot, gets knocked down by McCulloch and Hall. Rampage controlling the neutral. Another big hit into the zone there. Another high hit. That one was a hand to the head or higher. Moore, he'll hit Engel, as that was Engel that made the initial contact. Sanchez Mariama, he puts a body on Hall, but we're going to get a face-off. As this one's starting to feel like the referees are beginning to lose a little bit of control.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything too greasy. I mean, you did mention that hit where the hands are high. It tends to go that way as the refs kind of tend to let players go. The hands tend to get a little bit higher and a little bit higher until the refs tend to wrangle it in. So, you know, from watching this, I'm enjoying watching the physicality, but it's going to come to a point where, like any hockey game, we got to wrangle it in a little bit and kind of set the pace of play.
White behind the net, throwing up the boards to the half wall. Big check there. Laid on by the T-Birds player. And here comes Freitas with an opportunity. Freitas makes a power move. Freitas couldn't get a stick on it. Good job there by Hall to negate it, but better job there by Freitas to get to the net. He was accosted by Hall. Just couldn't quite get a shot off as he was right in on Baxter. Engel, big hit. Here's an opportunity for Freitas. Freitas tried to get it to Engel. Over to Dormer, back to Freitas. Freitas with an opportunity. He tried to bang it home, and he couldn't quite get a stick on it again. So a couple opportunities. Freitas right on the doorstep, but just couldn't get a stick on it that time. Nifty little play. Dormer tried to get it back to Freitas. And another close opportunity. Thunderbirds regroup in the neutral zone. Rampage go for a change. We're going to get an offsides. And Coach Clark not happy.
Yeah, Freitas came off the ice in the zone. That's one of the first things you learn as on the fly changes. You come off the ice on the outside side of the blue line. Otherwise, you might just get caught up in that play. You get caught offsides, and now it's down all the way near your zone.
Wow. Hate to say it, but I think he got a little bit panicked as Coach Clark was screaming at him to come to the ice. So he was coming regardless, wherever he was coming. But didn't look down to see he was on the wrong side of the blue line, and he took a little bit more abuse once he got to the bench.
Yeah.
So.
You got to have that little bit of coolness in your head, that situational awareness. Even when everything seems like it's on fire, the coach is screaming at you. You got to take that half a second, think, oh, what side of the blue line am I on?
Face off, Kinseth will take it to the right of Moser in the Rampage defensive zone. Won by Thunderbird, shot by Wild. Easily gloved there by Moser. He'll hang on to it. And they'll do it all over again to his right. Rampage will change their forward line, send out Chapman, Kinseth, and Sanchez Mariama. So Coach Clark didn't like what he saw there as Pedden and Beveridge and Root will come back off as he has a word with all three of those guys. So something happened on that draw there he didn't like. New line on, won again by the Thunderbirds. Here's another opportunity off the draw. Comes back up top to the point. Shot on net, tipped down wide. As the Thunderbirds will take a high sticking here, and we'll get a face-off all the way back down to the right of Baxter. With 6:30 left to go here in the second period. Feels like it's been a long period, David.
Yeah, well, and I would say that speaks to the first period being so high tempo, so few whistles. This one's definitely turned into more of a dirty hockey game, really. Not dirty in the way of outside the rules, but we're a lot more playing
more
in the
of a
corners.
slugfest,
Exactly.
absolutely. Yeah.
They're struggling against each other a lot more.
Rampage pressuring off the draw here. Big check laid there by Chapman. Thunderbirds, Linville comes out of the zone with it. It's pressured by Kinseth. Good breakout there by the Thunderbirds. Shot on net. Steered away by Moser off his stick. Up into the netting. And we'll get another whistle. Definitely more whistles this period.
Yeah, whereas the first period was a lot more flow. There was a lot more passes, a lot more high-speed plays, rushes. Whereas I think the teams have kind of figured each other out. They're kind of stopping those rushes. They're catching each other in the middle of things, and that's led to a much more physical hockey game so far. So we'll see who adjusts more to how this game is evolving.
Gavin Dormer gets the puck tied up on the draw, battle for it. Thunderbirds are going to come out of it with it. Hewitt shot on net, goes wide. Chased after there and kept in, thrown back behind the net. Shot on net, Mosier, left pad save. Great play by him, he had to be aware. Another shot, blocker save by Mosier through traffic. Steers that one to the corner, makes it look easy. Puck thrown up top, another shot on net, blocked in front this time by number 18, that's Bennett. Bennett throws it through up into the middle of the neutral zone, and we get a whistle. And a face-off center ice. Not sure what the whistle was. They're going to line them up at center ice and drop the puck. Rampage will change it up. Beveridge on the ice, along with Mason Blair and Mason Root. Ames gets kicked out of the draw for the Thunderbirds. He'll be replaced by Billings. Billings against Beveridge now. Again, tied up in the skates. So some good face-off battles tonight. Thunderbirds will fire it deep. Going back out front. Here's an opportunity. Shot blocked in front. Another great block. That one by Mason Root. And cleared out of the zone by Banyan. So again, Rampage doing a good job going down in those shooting lanes, getting bodies in front of the puck.
Now, we've seen a number of great blocks by the Rampage. It's something that's near impossible to teach because it just takes guts. But once you get a player to do it selfishly, it's such an incredible asset to your team.
Ames and Beveridge
or selflessly,
going forward,
not
and Ames
selfishly.
chases after it, throws it up to the half wall. And the Rampage able to clear it in the neutral zone. Thunderbirds control though. At the far blue line, Wallstad, he'll skate it up into the zone, cross the blue line, he comes with it, pulls up at the half wall, fires it back up top. Shot on net, blocked. Thunderbirds there though to maintain possession from up top. Another shot on net, bounces off a couple bodies, goes wide. Blair clears it out off the official and into the neutral zone. Wallstad will get it over to Wang. Wang, reverse check against Beveridge as those two bump shoulders. And the puck is cleared out. And a soft dump. It's going to go all the way down and across the goal line for an icing. So yet another whistle here. 4:38 on the clock. And as we talked about, the flow has just slowed to a snail's pace. I think it's gotten slower since we last made that comment.
Yeah, folks just, the players on the ice, they just don't feel like they have a lot of time. So we're seeing a lot of throwing it around, that's why we're seeing a lot of offsides and icings. Once you see that, players are playing sloppy, just kind of hucking the puck around, hoping to get away from the pressure.
Yeah, and that's that physical play. You take a few checks, and all of a sudden, you're going to be a little bit quicker to get rid of that puck.
Yeah, you can be as skilled as you want, but you have to be able to address the physical side of play.
Here comes Hertz. Hertz throws it across. Mariano Sanchez, and it goes in the net as Zach Hertz threw it across the slot. Sanchez Mariama does an amazing job going all the way to the paint and off of his body, past Baxter into the back of the net. It's 2-0 Rampage. So excellent job by Hertz, a better job by Sanchez Mariama. He kept his feet moving and he stopped at the paint, exactly what you want to teach a player. And I don't think he got a stick on it. It went off a body, but he was there and it's a goal.
Hey, in a game, like we were just talking about, the pace of the play has changed completely. It's much more of a grimy, greasy hockey game. Pretty goals aren't going to happen. You got to go for those dirty goals. You got to get to those hardcore areas, and you got to score goals just like that. Take advantage of what they give you. And man, that is such a momentum booster, especially going in towards the end of the second period with no goals scored for quite a while. That's got to be such a boost to the morale of the Rampage here.
Number 27, Zach Hertz, showing his speed, coming down the far side, and waited patiently with the puck until Mariama was in the right spot, and Kento Sanchez Mariama buries it. It's 2-0. And the Rampage maintain possession. This is Dormer now. Shot on that just goes wide as Dormer just misses it. Schroeder picks up the loose change. Freitas now with it. Freitas shot on that. He mixes it wide. As he went low on Baxter, Dormer was right there in front. And boy, that missed by a half an inch at best. Radis now picks it up. Nice pass up the ice, finds Engel. Engel skates into the zone, passes it across, trying to get to Dormer, and that one off a stick and up into the netting. And there's a hit to the head there by number 3, McCulloch, on Moore. And the referee's got to send him to the box there. And it looks like he's going to. You have to. I mean, he just skates by, shot to the head.
And he's upset about some physical play or some or other. But
well, if he doesn't send him to the box, he's talking to him now. If he does not send him to the box, that is
silly.
Yeah, that is just not responsible officiating right here.
Well, there we go.
That is an opportunity to make a statement, and the referee doesn't do it. Now this game is at that next level. So I don't like that whatsoever. The officials need to really take a look at that decision after this game, because that could be a game changer. We'll see. Puck thrown across the crease. Ethan Mosier has to be aware. He'll cover it, and we'll get a face-off to his right. I mean, it was clear. McCulloch just skated right past a Rampage player and planted a punch right to his head. Now, again, David, we've had others that have gone missed, but he was right in front of the official. The official pulled him aside.
He saw it.
And instead of giving him a penalty, he have a conversation with him, and that's that. Now, I guess the official thinks he can control the behavior of these kids. But
look, if I'm playing and I punch somebody in the head and the ref just gives me a good old-fashioned talking to, I'm gonna go out and punch somebody in the head again. See if it happens again. Yeah. Like, honestly, like, but that's the job of the referee there. You know, I hate to give the referees a hard time ever, but that's when it's crucial. You got to control the game.
Hewitt, after chasing it all the way down in his end, he'll skate it out of the zone. He'll dump it deep. Gets dropped by Pedden, and the Rampage pick it up behind their own net. Chapman with it. He'll give it to White. White off the boards, out of the zone, picked up in the neutral zone by Root. Bounces off of his stick. He gets accosted, and a battle ensues. Squirts out, picked up there by White. White throws it up the ice towards Kinseth. Kinseth can't get to it, but Chapman's there to pick it up. Chapman loses it on the tape of White now. Here comes Trent White. Trent White, here's an opportunity. He gets knocked down, and a penalty coming up on Ralstad as White was hauled down, and it'll be a 2-minute tripping or hooking penalty, one of the two.
Hook.
And the Rampage will go back on the power play with 2:38 left to go, so they'll spend all but 38 seconds left unless they score on the power play to finish up this period. So a great opportunity for them to expand this lead that they currently hold 2-0. Face off to the left of Baxter. It'll be number 15 Chapman along with number 12 Boone Kinseth, and number 28 Kento Sanchez Mariama scored the second goal for the Rampage not too long ago. Off the draw, tied up, and Sanchez Mariama will battle in the corner along with Kinseth. Kinseth back up top, gets it to Hertz. Hertz walks towards the middle of the ice. Hertz drops it to Chapman. Chapman shot on net. It's in the back of the net. Chapman rips it from the face-off dot, just above the face-off dot. Kinseth was in front and top shelf in and out of the net. It's 3-0 as the Rampage cash in on the power play and really put a nail in this one for the second period at the very least. They're going to go in with some good momentum, David.
Oh, man. I was speechless. What a shot there. And what a great job at taking the time. I forget who the defenseman was. He brought it over to the middle, realized he had time, passed it over.
It was Hertz. Hertz found Chapman. Chapman found the space, and
Chapman just he saw it all the way. He had his eyes up, wasn't looking at the puck at all, and just smashed that water bottle.
Not going to get an assist on it, but should get an assist as Big Boone Kinseth standing right in front of Baxter. Yeah. Baxter didn't even move, couldn't see it. It was in out of the net before he even flexed a muscle. Hertz now with it for the Rampage. 3-0 here. 1:58 and counting left to go in the second period. Schroeder with it. Schroeder skates across the blue line. Schroeder pulls up. Schroeder shot on net. Tip by Engel. Dormer will pick up the loose change to Dormer. Dormer cycles it back to Engel. Engel out of the corner. He'll cycle it to Root. Root throws it up. Linville will steal it for the Thunderbirds and chip it out. Moore will chase it down. Jack Moore off the boards. Tried to get it back up to Root. Unable to get it to him. And Thunderbirds able to dump it down deep. Mosier stops it behind his own net. Fires it around the boards. Picked up there by the Thunderbirds on the half wall momentarily as Rampage able to skate out with it. Engel Or sorry, this is Bennett. Bennett now across the blue line, gets it picked off his stick. Kept in by Blair there. Blair back to Bennett. Bennett back to the center. Root backhand pass finds Beveridge. Down by Baxter. Puck is loose and picked up there by Root. Root now up top. Shot on net. Tip. Save made by Baxter, and he'll cover the rebound with Beveridge down on the ice. Engel standing in front. Moore with the shot. And we'll get a face-off. So actually that's number 40, Mason Blair, along with Beveridge. And we'll get a face-off to the left of Baxter, so more action. Baxter having to stand tall.
The Rampage are doing a tremendous job of getting into the crease, making sure that while they're staying within the rules, Baxter is not comfortable. Every single rush, every single opportunity out in front, he's got Rampage players hacking away.
Shot on net. Chapman hit Sanchez Mariama in front. Just goes wide, though. Dangerous play there as the Thunderbirds dodge a bullet right off the draw. Banyan now all the way behind his net, throws it up the wall. Chased after there by Chapman. Chapman finds Kinseth. Nice play there. Kinseth makes a nice power move. Shot on net. Went off of Sanchez Mariano's stick and goes to the corner. Back up top now. Here's Trent White. Takes time. His face shot off the glove of Baxter up into the glass. Puck stays alive in the zone here. Sanchez Mariama as the Rampage are buzzing.
Penalty on the Thunderbirds.
Thunderbirds are going to go to the box again, and the Rampage with a tremendous opportunity with 23 seconds left to make this a 4-0 game before heading into the locker room. They'll start this period with the power play. If they can't cash in, it'll be Freitas, Engel, Dormer, Hertz, and Schroeder to finish this period out.
You know, I think that punch in conversation might have been the tipping point for the referees to say, you know what, maybe we got to wrangle the sink, because since then they've been right on top of everything.
Rampage unable to gain control on the draw. Thunderbirds, they walk out of the corner with it though. Dormer tried to get it up to Schroeder. Dangerous cross-ice pass blocked there by Hames. Picked up by Dormer though. Dormer settles it down. Shot on net by Hertz. Baxter makes the save. Freitas picks up the rebound on the half wall. Freitas now. Time running down. Freitas shot on net. Save made by Baxter as he made the save with his right pad. So nice play by Freitas to get the puck on net as time was winding down. And that'll do it for the second period. Colorado Rampage in complete control of this one on the scoreboard. It's 3-0 as Dormer with the first goal off a pass from Freitas. Sanchez Mariama tapped in the next one off a pass from Hertz. And then on the power play, off a pass from Hertz again, Chapman rips one top shelf in and out of the net before Baxter even reacted, and it's 3-0 Rampage. They'll skate in the locker room, get a break. The Thunderbirds are going to have to regroup here. This is going to be an exciting third period. My guess is physical, David, and fast-paced. As we'll take a break here on the World Sports Broadcasting Network, brought to you by Rampage TV. We'll be back for the start of the third.
1.
Welcome back to Rampage TV. Sorry about the long delay as the arena had to fix some glass. Replace a pane of glass over by the Zamboni corner. We're back to action here. The exciting conclusion, 3-0 Rampage over to the Thunderbirds. Here they come on a breakaway. Moser with the save, covers the puck as Chapman provided good back check pressure, but that was McCulloch found himself all alone momentarily there off the opening draw, and Moser makes the early period save. We get a face off to his right. Dormer, Freitas, Engel out for the Rampage along with Schroeder and Hertz. Face off won by the Rampage, kick back to Schroeder. Schroeder keeps it on the strong side. Cross ice pass, dangerous play to Hertz, but tape to tape, and he'll dump it down deep. Dumps it around the boards, back up to Schroeder. He keeps it on his backhand, tries to get it deep. Thunderbirds can't quite kill though. Good clear it as Schroeder does a nice job keeping it in. Thunderbirds will skate back behind their own net now as the ice a little bit sticky. Freitas will come out of the corner, passes it up to Hertz. Hertz cross ice to Schroeder. Schroeder with some room. Shot on net with traffic in front. Puck's loose. Freitas tried to get a stick on it. And we get a whistle as the net comes off its moorings. Freitas was there for the rebound. We get a face off to the right of Baxter. Rampage will keep Freitas, Engel, Dormer line on the ice, along with Schroeder and Hertz. Freitas will take this draw. He wins it clean back. Shot on net by Dormer. Good face-off win there by the Rampage as they collect a scoring chance off of it. Baxter with the save. Schroeder at the blue line makes a nice move to keep it alive. Skates down to the half wall, passes it across Freitas, where that was Dormer backhand shot, misses the net. Freitas on the half wall, he gets pinned up, and Thunderbirds able to clear it all the way down the ice. We'll get an icing here. And the Rampage will change it up. It'll be Sanchez, Mariama, Kinseth, and Chapman. Banyan and White step out onto the ice. 18:47 left, just over a minute gone by in this third period. Chapman wins it back. White carries it down the wall, fires it behind the net. Sanchez Mariama gets knocked down. Puck up top to Chapman. Chapman over to Banyan. Banyan down to White. White tries to get it towards the net. Goes behind the net and around out of the zone. Thunderbirds clear. We'll get another icing here. As again, this whistles continue as the Thunderbirds forced to ice it. Face off to the left of Baxter. Beveridge will step in. He's got Root along with number 40, Mason Blair. Thunderbirds clear it down to the neutral zone. Banyan chases after it. Gets it over D to White. Cross ice pass. Nice play here to Root. Root pulls up. Tries to get a shot off. Gets knocked off the puck. Thunderbirds try to clear. Big hit there. Schroeder reverse hit. Knocks his player to the ice. Big hit there on Thunderbirds player and cleared out of the zone. They'll do another clear, another icing, and another face-off to the left of Baxter. So the Thunderbirds unable to do anything here as the Rampage forcing them to continue to ice the puck. It's been about 4 straight icings in this.
This is exactly what you want to see from the Rampage. They'll pin them down in there and make them work, make them panic, make them hustle. You've got the lead now. Obviously, you want to try and score another one here, but so far they played this first period pretty well.
Here comes the Thunders now. Thunderbirds pushed off the puck. There's more. Get some help from Freitas there. Engel chips it out towards Freitas. He'll chase after it in the neutral zone. Thunderbirds have to regroup, fire it up the ice. Off a stick into Moser's glove. He'll hang on to it. He'll actually throw it over to his player. So Moser plays that puck. Gets on the stick of Dormer. Here comes Gavin Dormer now. Dormer over to Freitas. Freitas picks it up across the blue line. He comes, makes a move. Shot on net. Save made. Rebound laying right out front. Thunderbirds clear it. Schroeder makes a nice move at the blue line. Keeps it alive. Skates down through the face-off circle. Here comes Schroeder. Gets to the slot and gets it knocked off his stick. He was pulled a little bit there. Surprised there wasn't a possible hook in. as Hertz goes all the way back for it, gets help from Engel. Engel off the boards to Dormer. Dormer over to Schroeder. Schroeder can't collect it, but ends up getting it deep anyway. And he'll go to the bench for a change. New line out for the Rampage. Here's an interception opportunity for Kinseth. He goes high and then drops his player to the ice as another reverse check for the Rampage. And here comes the Thunderbirds out of the zone across the blue line. Shot on net. Save made by Mosier. Steers it aside. Kinseth picks up the puck up the ice to Sanchez Mariama. He gets bumped, chases after it in the corner. On the half wall. Banyan keeps it alive. Shot goes wide. Trent White picks it up at the blue line, keeps it alive. Another shot on net. Dropped down by Kinseth. Doesn't get on net though.
A lot of stick play.
And we get a penalty
goodness.
there.
Easy, boys.
Hit from behind.
Let them take the
pushing
penalty.
and shoving, and there's a punch thrown there.
Easy does it.
And so that's where you have to control your emotions. Just get out of there.
Read the room.
As Kinseth gets another shot near the end. That's probably going to cost him 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate because the Rampage were looking at going on the power play, but Kinseth gets escorted off. And the original call on the T-Birds.
Yeah. I would think that you just nullified a 2-minute advantage on your end.
Well, you certainly did. Yep. So we go from a Rampage power play to coincidentals. And they'll stay 5-on-5 here. And Coach Clark yelling at his players on the bench. Same thing every time. Get on the power play and then we take a penalty. So not happy with Kinseth.
And that's what we've seen so far even in this game today. They've got to be able to take advantage of what they're given.
Trent White gets some help from Banyan on that rush. Beveridge picks up the loose puck, skates out of the zone, fires it up towards Root, and picked up there by Hedden. He throws it around the boards, nobody home. Thunderbirds able to skate out of the zone with it. Here they come into the zone. Jack Moore playing good D, keeps the puck to the outside, fired around the boards all the way down, no icing here, and Mason Root will forecheck. So good play there by number 17 for the Rampage. Jack Moore forcing that Thunderbirds rush to the outside, and a wide shot. Bennett now behind the net in the corner. Can't quite get it up the ice, stolen by McCulloch for the T-Birds momentarily kept in at the blue line. Thunderbirds applying a little bit of pressure. Big hit there on Bennett, and that's going to be a penalty. Not sure about that one as Engel knocked Bennett to the ice. Bennett turned around at the last second, and they're going to get him for hitting from behind. And then number 3, McCulloch, is going to be chirping at the official. He's going to take a penalty here. So it'll be number 24 going to the box and number 3 for chirping at the official.
You say that magic word loud enough, you're going to get a penalty every single time.
You drop an F-bomb at the official, he's going to put you in the box.
It's just automatic. There's no, that's literally, if you want to go to the box, just say that magic word. But and this shows the kind of this. Honestly, this is what the Rampage want. They want to rile up these Thunderbirds because when they get riled up, they'll take penalty after penalty after penalty. The thing is the Rampage now need to keep their cool, stay out of the box, and make sure they take advantage of what the Thunderbirds are going to continue to give them as long as they keep putting pressure on them.
So the official is talking this over with the 2 captains. I'm not sure what the case is. They don't like the call. They're not going to reverse the call.
I'm sure they're asking about the second call. That was, maybe only a few people heard it, but the only important people who needed to hear it, the refs, heard the magic word.
And it was directed directly towards him.
Directly at the ref. You guys are yada, 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 yada.
So the Rampage will take advantage here with 15:25 as this period gets even slower. And it looks like they're going to ding McCulloch with a misconduct. So he'll sit for 10 minutes. They're not going to penalize the Thunderbirds with another player. Maybe. Nope. It is going to be 5-on-3 as we're waiting for it to come up on the board. So it'll be a 5-on-3 power play for the Rampage for the next 2 minutes. So a huge opportunity here to start to run away with this game with a 3-0 lead already.
Yeah, I mean, you got what was admittedly a bit of a soft call on the first one, especially getting that second one tacked on top. And you've got to be drilling that goaltender right now, taking advantage of it every single time you have the puck on your stick.
Now they got the penalties on the clock, so 5-on-3 for the next 2 minutes. Unless the Rampage score, it'll be Chapman taking the draw, wins it to Schroeder. Schroeder pressured there. He gets knocked to the ice. Good pressure there by the T-Birds to clear it. That'll be an icing, though, under the USA Hockey rules.
That's a technically that was a cross check, but within the spirit of the rules, that wasn't really a cross check. He just kind of shoved him from behind. I can understand why the refs don't call that one, but you know, if you're really going to go by the letter of the law, that was technically a cross check there.
Chapman will take the draw to the left of Baxter. Rampage win, controlled up top. It'll be Mason Root with it. Mason Root skates to the middle of the ice, makes a nice little move. Shot on net, goes wide. Hertz picks up the rebound, and he'll pull it up to the left point. Passes across to Root. Schroeder up top. They'll switch sides. Root working from the top now, makes another move to beat the top player. Gets it over to Hertz, back up to Root. Root to Schroeder. Schroeder stops, moves towards the middle. Shot on net. Glove by Baxter. Wasn't able to hold it, though. Errant pass by Chapman. And Mosier will stop it and give it to Schroeder. Fish on the ice. Freitas jumps on for Fish. And Root and Schroeder struggling to communicate. Schroeder's going to come off, and Root's going to skate it up the ice. He's got some fresh legs with Trent White. And Beveridge shot on net by Root. Nobody home for the rebound. And Trent White will keep it in. Good play by White. Give it over to Freitas. Freitas cross-ice pass, was trying to find Beveridge. Beveridge threw it out front. Here's Freitas with an opportunity. Shot on net. Great block there by the T-Birds as they sprawled out on the ice. Freitas had an opportunity, but looked like number 20 for the T-Birds. Great job laying out, blocking the shot. 54 seconds left.
Coach Clark looking for a little bit of energy, a little bit of speed off the draw from his players.
Well, he's wanting these guys to move the puck, and when you've got a 5-on-3, you've got to. There's too much standing around, too much stick handling. You've got to open up the shooting lanes and take advantage of all the space you've got with this two-man advantage. Thunderbirds unable to control the draw. Rampage control. Freitas now up top to White. White will hold it. White, as they set up, looks like a box +1. Almost a dice formation. One-timer by Freitas. Blocker save. Beveridge with the rebound. Opportunity there. Back up to Freitas. Freitas, top of the circle now. Freitas holds. Passes it over to White. White pulls it off his backhand. Down low. Here's an opportunity in front. Freitas now with it. Shot. Freitas holds up. Had an opportunity. Didn't pull the trigger, though. Looked like that shooting lane had closed in, but he did have a curtain open for just a second. Freitas to Dormer. Dormer to White. White now walks in. Shot on net. It's laying loose there. Picked up by Dormer. Dormer holds it in the corner. Penalty winding down here. Here's a shot. As Engel couldn't get a stick on it. Chased after by Beveridge down low. Beveridge and the Thunderbirds kill off the 5-on-3. Freitas now off of his stick. Bounces over his stick. And here comes a opportunity. A 3-on-1 with the back checker. Shot off a skate. And good job there by White to come back for it. As it never made it to the net, Beveridge will clear it. We'll get an icing and a face-off to the right of Mosier. So some action there as Freitas unable to keep it in. And the Thunderbirds 5-on-5 as that penalty expired. Nice 3-on-1 rush. Trent White doing a good job to come back and break that up, and we'll get a face-off with 13:07 left to go.
Tremendous job by Trent White to make sure that they didn't have an open shot or an open pass.
Thunderbirds control off the draw. Here's an opportunity shot off of Bennett. Good block there as Bennett was standing in front of Mosier. Thunderbirds buzzing a little bit off the draw here. McCulloch now, he's working with it. Top of the circle, throws it back in the corner. Chapman will pick it up. Chapman will skate it out of the corner. Nice move by Chapman. And he has it turned over in the neutral zone. Back across the blue line. Automatic offsides, and we'll get a face-off in the neutral zone. Rampage will change it up. At least they'll change their D up. Chapman and Sanchez Mariama along with Kinseth, Hertz and Schroeder logging some minutes tonight. Steady Eddie defensive pair for the Rampage. Chapman wins it back. Hertz to Schroeder. Schroeder up the ice. Kinseth chips it in. Chased after there by Sanchez Mariama. He's the first to the puck. Tries to throw it up the ice, picked off by the T-Birds, and here they come with some speed. Across the blue line, good job there by Schroeder to force his man to the outside. He loses his stick. Shot on net, blocked by Hertz, an opportunity on the rebound. Thunderbirds back across. Here's a shot, save made by Mosier. He gloves it, saw it the whole entire way, and covers it. will get a face-off to his left. So good puck movement by the T-Birds. Shot on net. Mosier, easy save for him. Rampage will change it up. Beveridge, Blair, and Banyan along with Root and White. Thunderbirds win the draw. Knocked around the net. It's thrown. Beveridge chases after it. Linville for the Thunderbirds picks it up. Linville tried to get it to Wang. Banyan does a good job getting it off of his stick, and Root tries to skate it in the zone. Banyan picks up the loose change. Banyan shot on net. Save made by Baxter. Rebound Root. Couldn't get it through. Thunderbirds pick it up. And Rampage keep it in momentarily in the neutral zone. Thunderbirds are able to regroup here. They'll throw it all the way down deep. That's going to be an automatic offsides as Linville had already stepped across the blue line, or Wang, one of the two. We'll get a face off in the neutral zone. It would have been an icing anyway. So either way, we get a whistle. Engel, Banyan, or Engel, Dormer, Freitas. Back on the ice. Actually, they're going to put Chapman back out there as Freitas is having some equipment issues with his helmet. So he's going to sit this one out for a little bit as Chapman takes his place. He's ready to go back out there. More up to Dormer. Dormer chips it out in the neutral zone to Engel. Can't quite get to it. And the T-Birds with it now. They'll fire it through the middle. Tipped in. No icing. Freitas replaces Chapman, so he's out on the ice joining his line mates. Engel chips it out. Freitas chases after it. D-to-D pass by the T-Birds to keep it alive. Thrown on behind the net. Picked up there by Bennett. Bennett skates around the net. Throws it up to Freitas. Freitas off of his stick. He loses it. Blocks the shot though. And the Thunderbirds keep it alive. Thrown on net. Mosier with the save with his stick. Had to be ready for that one. And T-Birds with a little bit of offensive zone time here. Off the wall. Freitas has it. Knocked off his stick again. Here's an opportunity. Shot on net. Rebound save made by Mosier. Ames unable to get a stick on it and fired all the way down the net by Freitas as he shows a little bit of frustration, unable to get that puck off the wall and clear it. Bad turnover in the defensive zone, and Mosier comes up big to keep this scoreless for the Rampage. 3-0. Rampage lead. 10:53 left to go here in the third period.
Rampage really got to get back into attack mode and not defense mode. We see if they've gotten a little bit on the defensive now, and it's starting to make them a little unwary.
Schroeder battles with Chapman. Get some help from Chapman as well as Sanchez Mariama. Puck tied up along the board. Sanchez Mariama kicks it back to Schroeder. He gets knocked down by Engel. Engel for the Thunderbirds with it now. Engel in the corner. Engel turns, makes a move, cycles it back to McCulloch. McCulloch up top to the point, passes across, and fired back down deep for Hall behind the net. Hall can't quite get to it. Thrown back up to the point. Shot on net. Off a couple bodies. And behind the net it goes. Hall tries to throw it out front. Schroeder and Hurts there doing a good job keeping that puck outside of the grade A scoring area. Tied up along the half wall now. Chapman and Sanchez Mariama always in the mix of things. And Schroeder will walk out of the pile with it as the Thunderbirds again. Good pressure here. Sanchez Mariama in a wrestling match. We're going to let that one go as Ketchum and Sanchez Mariama saying hello to each other and hello for a little longer and then hello a third time.
To be fair, there wasn't any cross checks or punches or fisticuffs. They were just having a holiday embrace.
That's right. It was a nice holiday embrace. Beveridge, Banyan, and number 67, Nick Pedden on the ice for the Rampage. Won by the T-Birds. Shot on net. It gets through. Mosier go for it, and Jennings able to get a stick on it. Mosier saw the rebound laying there. He dove for the puck. Jennings able to just get a stick on it, lift it right up in the air, and it goes in the back of the net as the Rampage, as you said it, David, they're a little bit on their heels there in the defensive zone, and sure enough, it cost them a goal, and all of a sudden, we've got a hockey game with 9:54 left to go on the clock, 3-1, as opposed to 3-0, and it's a different game.
Yeah, and this should be a wake-up call, the good thing is you've done your work early on in the game to give you some padding. But this should be a wake-up call that, hey, this team can score. We've crossed that bridge. They've got a goal on us. Now we got to go back on the attack and get another one.
Here comes Dormer. He's got Freitas streaking to the net. Shot on net. Save made by Baxter. No rebound. As Freitas center lane drive. Good job to open up the ice there. Baxter saw the entire way. Covers it. We'll get a face-off to his right. Bennett and Moore on D for the Rampage. Engel, Dormer, Freitas. Dormer will take the draw. Looking to get it back to Bennett here. And the Thunderbirds able to control, although he walked him. Good job there by Dormer. Maintain possession off that draw. Thunderbirds able to collect it though and skate it out of the zone. They'll dump it down in the zone. Chased after there by Jack Moore. Moore and Bennett on D here. Puck behind the net. Get some help from Dormer. Dormer up to Freitas. Freitas skates it out of the zone. Here comes Freitas across the red line. Freitas dumps it deep. Engel chases it. Freitas goes to the bench. Thunderbirds control momentarily. Kept in nicely by Schroeder at the blue line. Thunderbirds able to clear it to the neutral zone. Back over to Hertz it goes. Hertz will pick it up at his far blue line and he'll stop up the ice. Chipped in by Sanchez Mariama. He'll chase after it. F1. And thrown around the boards by the T-Birds out of the zone. They're able to skate it. Cross the red line. Cross the blue line. 1-on-3. Hertz steps up. Plays his man as the T-Birds stuck in a line change here. They finally get some help. And nice job by Haynes. Haynes over Fisher. Fisher shot on that block. Hertz will clear it out of the zone and all the way down the ice it goes. And the Thunderbirds, their opportunity as Fisher tried to get a good play on that puck. He'll stay out on the ice. Rampage will change it up. Beveridge, Root, and Mason Blair. Banyan and White on D. T-Birds win another face-off. Right behind the net, they skate it. Beveridge stays on his man. He'll cycle it back down deep all the way around the net. Picked up there by Wang. Wang fires it up to the high point. Nice move by Hewitt. Shot on net. Good save made by Mosier. Hewitt made a nice move coming off his point position to get a chance on Mosier. He stood tall, made the save. Rampage now in their own zone. Fired out front by Blair. Errant pass, turnover here, and here comes the Thunderbirds on the rush. Opportunity, Wang throws it in the middle of the ice. Shot on net, blocked there by White. Good job by White, staying in front of Fisher there. Root clears it, tries to get it up to Dormer. Unable to get it on his stick. Blair just takes a chop at it. No icing here as it went off a Thunderbirds player. They'll fire it around the boards. Hewitt picks it up off the half wall. Chases it up the ice, and Hewitt will dump it down deep. Actually, it doesn't make it into the zone. Hit a Thunderbird skate. And it gets stuck at the blue line. Freitas battling with it. Here comes Freitas out of the pile. Freitas tried to get it up to Root. Turnover here comes the Thunderbirds. Another opportunity for them. Top of the circle. Good back check there by Freitas. Intercepts the pass. And out of the zone, he skates it. Freitas tried to find Dormer. Nobody there. And Freitas will come to the bench. Up the ice, Bennett chips it to Moore. Moore over to Sanchez Mariama. Drops it for Engel. Engel shot on net. Save made by Baxter. He steers it to the corner. Picked up there by Sanchez Mariama. Thunderbirds control. Chapman, good forecheck pressure there. Keeps it alive. Shot on net. Baxter steers it behind the net this time. Thunderbirds pick it up and out of the zone. Picked off there by Chapman. F3. Good job playing high there. Unable to make anything of it though. Thunderbirds able to skate it out of the zone again. They'll chip it down deep. Played after there by Schroeder. Schroeder and Hertz. Hertz tried to get it up to Sanchez Mariama. Chapman comes in to help out. Move the puck. Hertz back to the net. Back to Schroeder. Schroeder goes from the other direction. Chips it out of the zone. Blocked there by the T-Birds. Cross ice play so they can get back on sides. And Fish makes a nice play. Keep that one from going to the net. Up top it goes. And out of the zone. Good job by Sanchez Mariama and Kinseth. Actively pressuring the defenseman at the point for the T-Birds. They'll skate it back in the zone here. Here's an opportunity. That's Wild. Wild gets knocked off the puck. Schroeder back to Hertz. Hertz fires it around the boards. Not out. Thunderbirds hold it in. So a lot of defensive zone play right now for the Rampage as the ice sheet has tilted. Up top it goes. Another opportunity. That one goes way high, almost up in the booth. Schroeder's going to clear it. We're going to get an icing. And the Rampage are all of a sudden back on their heels again with 5:41 left to go and a 2-goal lead late in the game.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say at the start of that shift that the Rampage were doing a good job of their puck possession, but they aren't getting a lot of productivity out of it as far as covering the ice or moving up the ice. Whereas the Thunderbirds at the start of the shift, they have the lesser share of the puck possession, but they're doing a lot more But you see that aggressiveness come through the rest of that shift where the Thunderbirds have really buckled down and they're getting some great opportunities.
They are pressing more than we've seen them press all game. White will clear it all the way down the ice. That'll be another icing. Gonna face off this time to the right of Moser. And again, we've seen it before this year, David. You start adding up these late defensive zone face-offs, and it's come back to bite the Rampage this season already, so keep your eye out on that. They've got to start winning these draws late in the game in their defensive zone.
Yeah. No, and it's of the utmost importance, especially this late in the game with just a 2-goal lead, to spend as much time down in the offensive zone as you can. Just make sure that you're taking time off this puck so that you limit the T-Birds' opportunities.
Shot from the point, Moser makes the save, steers it aside. Banyan clears it up to Beveridge. Beveridge softs it over to Pedin. Pedin now in the corner. Tries to fire it to the center of the ice. Gets knocked off the puck. Another big check there. That one knocked Dormer down. And Pedin with it. Pedin out of the corner. Fires on net. Here's a rebound and it's cleared away by the T-Birds as the Rampage couldn't get a stick on that puck laying right in front of the goal. It was wide open. Beveridge now gets it knocked off his stick, and here's an opportunity for the T-Birds. High and wide it goes, though, and White picks up the rebound off the wall. We're going to get a penalty as number 77, Beveridge, a high stick, is going to go to the box, and now the Rampage, with 4:19 left to go, we're going to have to kill this one off. So now it gets even more interesting, David, as the Thunderbirds with a man advantage late in this period, trying to crawl within one. 2-goal lead, toughest lead in hockey to maintain. And you don't want to give a team that's turning the momentum an opportunity on the power play this late in the game.
And you've done a great job. If you're the Rampage, you've done a tremendous job early in the game to get up. But the Thunderbirds are always a dangerous team, and especially when you give them these late game opportunities. This is the type of team that knows how to win games late.
It's too much of a storied franchise for this team to roll over and die. 3-0 lead, they're going to chip away, and they are. They've got an opportunity here to keep chipping away. We'll see if Ethan Moser can stand tall and keep this one out of the net for the Rampage. Here comes the Thunderbirds on the breakout. Through the ice they come. Cross ice play. And Bennett will pressure. Cross ice and Moser cuts that off as he gloves that down. Pollock just threw that right to the slot.
It's a tricky angle to manage up. Make sure you don't give out a juicy rebound right out front, especially with someone crashing down right on top of you.
Well, that's what they're looking at. If he drops that puck and anybody crashing in, just a little bounce off a skate or a stick, and it's in the back of the net. So great job by Moser to hang on to that one. Thunderbirds control off the draw. Crucial face-off lost by the Rampage. Thunderbirds shot on net. Hewitt misses the one-timer. Rampage dodged a bullet there. Hurts behind the net. He'll tie up. Get some help from Schroeder. Schroeder skates behind the net. Schroeder gets his feet north and starts skating. Great job by Schroeder. He's going to get this one deep, and he'll turn, kill more time. Great job there to eat the puck behind the net. And that's another 5-10 seconds off the clock as Schroeder single-handedly, he'll go to the bench. Great job by him.
Great aggression on the penalty kill, wasting time, making sure your players get fresh legs on the ice.
Well, just not to panic to throw it down the ice. He skated it across the red line and then realized that, hey, he's got the ability to go all the way and tie it up behind the net. So heads-up play by Schroeder. Here comes Banyan now. Banyan and Engel 2-on-2. Drop pass to Engel. Engel couldn't get a shot off as the Thunderbirds able to stop that rush opportunity. 37 seconds left to go in the man advantage. Thunderbirds will get a change here. Quinto Sanchez, Mariama, and Jack Freitas on the ice, killing off the remainder of this penalty. Thunderbirds skating to the zone with it, fired around the boards. Picked up there by Engel, and Banyan will steal the puck. Banyan has it knocked off his stick, though, and White able to clear it all the way down the ice. That's going to be an icing with 14 seconds left to go, and probably not the icing you want to see, as you give the Thunderbirds another chance in the offensive zone with 14 seconds left on the man advantage. This is a crucial draw to win here, David.
Absolutely. You've got to maintain possession and not just ice it out of the zone. You've got to find a way to just chip it out into the neutral zone, just waste about 5-10 seconds off the clock. Or better yet, if you can get possession, skate into the neutral zone, that's even better.
Thunderbirds control the draw. It's up top. As Dorma unable to win that one. Thunderbirds now passing more in good position to block that shot. Here's an opportunity, though, and off a stick up into the netting. That one off a Thunderbird player. Looked like Hames as Fisher.
Could have sworn that would have been outside of the zone, but I guess it went off a Rampage player.
Freitas will take this draw, another crucial draw to the right of Ethan Mosier. 2 seconds left to go in the man advantage, and Freitas ties up, but Thunderbirds able to win off that tie-up. Here's an opportunity, 5-on-5 back, full strength. Fisher gets pressured by Moore. He'll chip it back down to Hennick. Hennick now cycles it. You're thrown out front, nobody home, as it goes over to the stick of Moore, chased after by Root in the neutral zone. 2:30 left to go. Let's watch Baxter, see if he's going to head to the Thunderbirds bench anytime soon. Thunderbirds with possession. Cross ice dump. Hennick tried to get it up to the point. Root can't get it out. Chapman takes a whack at it. Moore is just going to throw it off the boards. We're going to get another icing here. And a face-off to the right of Mosier. 2:16 left to go. 3-1 hockey game. We'll watch Baxter here. Looks like he's staying in the net.
I've seen him looking over towards the bench, but I don't see any sort of, oh, coach just said, all right, look. So they might be looking to pull him pretty soon here.
I don't know, might be a nice opportunity to get him off right now with the face-off in your own zone. You've been successful winning draws, but that's why I'm in the broadcast booth and not behind the bench. Thunderbirds win the draw again. Thrown around in the corner, picked up there by the Rampage, around the boards all the way down the ice by Schroeder, and this one's no icing.
Waste more time.
As it went off a Thunderbird skate, and they're going to have to regroup. Chapman now with it. Chapman on the pressure with Kinseth, and the Rampage would be happy to keep that puck inside the Thunderbird defensive zone. Good pressure there by Chapman, as they're not allowing the Thunderbirds to regroup and to get back up the ice. Thunderbirds now able to get it up the ice and out of the zone. Across the red line they come. And good job by Hurt stepping up on his man. Thunderbirds able to control. Here's a streaking player just behind Hewitt. He had to catch it on his backhand. Otherwise, that would have been a great opportunity for the Thunderbirds. Chapman takes a hit, clears the ice. Root will chase after it. 1:26 remaining. Baxter still in net here, so not sure what the Thunderbirds are thinking. With time ticking down,
they're not getting solid possession in the offensive zone. It keeps going in and coming back out.
Here comes Jennings. Jennings now with it.
Here's
an opportunity. Shot on net, and it's in the back of the net as Mason Root unable to pick up Fay. Fay was skating down through the slot and right next to Root. And now it's a 3-2 game, and Coach Brett Clark is absolutely furious behind this bench as the Rampage have given up a 3-goal lead and have allowed the Thunderbirds to crawl back into this one. With 1:10 left to go in the game, Rampage only lead by a goal, and the Thunderbirds are going to call a timeout. And holy cow, David, we're setting up for a heck of a finish here. As the Rampage, you saw it. It was midway through that third period. They got on their heels. They spent a lot of time in the D zone. You made the call. Next thing you know, it's 3-1. Next thing you know, with a minute, 10 seconds left, it's 3-2. And probably a good thing I'm not coaching that bench. I'd have pulled my goalie. They probably would have gotten an empty netter.
Absolutely. You know, it really comes down to they weren't possessing the puck down in the offensive zone. And once they did, they had a couple great shots, and the Rampage really were just running around.
Well, then you saw the panic. We were seeing these players make plays, skating pucks out of the zone, making plays to regroup the puck, and in the last several minutes, it's been all icings. That panic play, and then of course unable to win possession on those offensive draws, and this is where we stand. So we've seen this before where the Rampage letting up late, and
every face-off for the rest of this game is going to be of the utmost importance for the Rampage. Making sure you maintain that possession, keep the puck off the Thunderbird stick, because you know they have all the momentum, all the fire in their bellies right now. Rampage need a minute and 10 seconds of just pure fire, close out this game, and finish out a good win.
Well, we knew it was going to be a good rivalry game, and I didn't think it was going to be a blowout by any stretch of the imagination. And here we are, 1-goal deficit for the T-Birds, and the Rampage pressured right now big time in the neutral zone as they try to clear it out. And they are
the puck right now.
Just panicking as the Thunderbirds are full pressure.
Baxter's out of the net, 6-on-5 for the Thunderbirds.
Here we go. Cross ice pass, high slot, shot block. Good play by Kento Sanchez-Mariama. He blocks one there. Thunderbirds are buzzing though. Puck up top to the point. Traffic in front. D-to-D pass back down to the corner. This is McCulloch. It's off his stick. Can't clear though by Bannon. Here's a shot, and it's in the back of the net. It got through traffic in front, and just like that, it's a 3-3 hockey game. And if you're the Colorado Rampage, you're reeling right now to give up a 3-goal lead. And Coach Brett Clark is not happy on that bench. Because again, they were unable to clear the puck and unable to match the pressure that the Thunderbirds have displayed. And you've got to give the team in black, the visiting team, a lot of credit for the energy and effort that they've shown in the last 5 minutes of this period. It really, the last half of this period has been impressive, but they've really pushed in the last 5.
Some other teams might have figured they were down and out, but this, you know, the Thunderbirds, you're facing a good team no matter what. They're not going to back down, and they are going to look for ways to win every single game.
So we are all tied up. Dozier covers the puck as the Thunderbirds back in their offensive zone again, as this ice has been tilted. And the coach for the Rampage, Brett Clark, looks absolutely furious behind that net, rightly so, as this one seemed like it was in the bag. But again, we talk about it, 2-goal lead in hockey, toughest lead as
Momentum swings like crazy in a hockey game.
Thunderbirds continuing to control here. Rampage will be probably happy just to get this one to overtime. Beveridge, he'll chip it out of the zone. Again, more panic plays here. And Dormer skates down. He takes a dump to the ice. We'll see if there's a call there.
I reckon there should be.
My guess is there'll be no call as the way this game has gone.
Just let him.
9.5 seconds left, so the Rampage will have one more opportunity if they can win this face-off in the offensive zone. And then we will go to overtime. These two teams will skate 3-on-3. And I'll tell you, with the energy you see out of this Thunderbird team, that's probably not where you want to be.
Yeah.
Chapman will take the draw here. Thunderbirds control another face-off. And they'll eat the puck in the corner. Wind the time down here. Puck goes to the other corner, and that'll do it. So, in a shocking turn of events, the Rampage give up 2 goals in the last 5 minutes, 2 goals in the last 3 minutes, give up a 3-0 lead heading into this third period, and the T-Birds have tied it up, and here we go. We're ready for sudden death overtime here on Rampage TV on a Friday night full of action. So just when you thought you were going to tune out of this broadcast, thanks for sticking around. You're going to get to see some exciting 3-on-3 overtime hockey.
It's more free hockey.
If they play, they'll play 5 minutes. If there's no winner after 5 minutes, sudden death, and they'll go to a shootout. It'll be a 3-player shootout, and then sudden death after that. So again, the Thunderbirds pulling the Rampage defeat right out of their clutches, and they've got an opportunity to come back with 4 unanswered goals to steal one that really, in all honesty, should have been a runaway game.
It really should have. At the Rampage, had they continued the same kind of flow and energy and possession that they had through the first 2 periods, this would be a completely different game. Maybe a 4-5-0 game, maybe 5-1. But yeah, they really took their foot off the gas pedal and let a good team like the Thunderbirds come back and get a chance. So that's what happens when you let good teams get back in it.
Here we go, 3-on-3, a lot of ice. Trent White, Blake Chapman, Kento Sanchez Mariama. They'll start from behind their net. 3-on-3 hockey, sudden death. Chapman with it. Chapman throws it across, tried to find Sanchez Mariama. He hits the net instead, and we'll get a whistle with the net off its moorings. Face-off will be outside as Sanchez Mariama scored a goal earlier in the game on that same play where he's just crashing hard to the net. Chapman, same thing that Hertz did, just threw it right across, hoping something, bounce off a body, bounce off a skate, bounce off a stick.
I love the way he crashes that net. Full intensity every single time.
All the way to the net, that time knocked it off its moorings. Kinseth and Engel now on the ice for the Rampage, along with Trent White. He stays on the ice. Wild, Fay, and Engel for the Thunderbirds. Here comes Engel. Engel with some speed, pushed out of the way by White. Good job by White to keep him to the outside. Engel for the Rampage helping out, and Trent White comes out of the pile with it. He'll skate it up the ice. He's got Kinseth. Kinseth with the opportunity. Wild skating, shot on net, save made by Baxter. He'll hang on. He had Engel crashing the net on the far side, but a good job there by Fay. He had Engel tied up, and Chapman unable to get it to him. It'll be Jack Freitas along with number 19 Gavin Dormer. Those two connected for the first goal of the game. We'll see what they can do. Fisher, Hewitt for the Thunderbirds along with Wang. And Dominic Schroeder up top. Schroeder controls off the draw. Schroeder looking for a shooting. Hewitt closing that shooting lane down. Schroeder continuing to move. Holds the puck. Gets it over to Freitas. Freitas can't control in the zone. He'll step out of the zone. Here comes Freitas with some speed now. Freitas beats his man. He gets stripped down. That's a penalty. And it's in the net. No, it doesn't quite get to the net as Freitas uses his speed. And Fisher gets his stick in his feet. And great play by Freitas, showing his explosiveness there. Draws the penalty. And all of a sudden now it's a 4-on-3 opportunity for the Rampage.
That's why you keep moving your feet, kids. You know, if Jack stops skating, Jack lets up a little bit, maybe that player's able to take him out with the body, but he kept on moving and made the player have to trip him up. So now the Rampage are going to get a 4-on-3 opportunity for 2 minutes.
So a way to close things out here. Power play opportunity, sudden death overtime, 4-on-3 now, as they'll add one player to the ice for the Colorado Rampage. So Jack Freitas making an impressive power move to the net, gets tripped up. And I think if he would have gotten around him without getting tripped up, he would have been able to pull that. He was a right-handed shot, so it would have been difficult.
Yeah,
but
he
I
had
think he had the ability to pull it. Yeah. So give Freitas, number 9, a lot of credit on that play. And we'll see who Coach Clark puts out on the ice on this power play. And it looks like it's going to be number 12, Boone Kinseth, and the spark plug, number 28, Kento Sanchez Mariama, along with Blake Chapman. So 3 forwards, 1 defenseman, Dominic Schroeder, for the Rampage. They'll have an offensive zone draw here, so a huge face-off here. If they can win this and possess it, move this puck around, 4-on-3, a lot of room with the 4-on-3 power play.
Yeah, and the key thing right now is if you're the Rampage, win the face-off and then take your time. Don't just try and throw the puck around. Don't just take something because you feel pressure. Take what they give you and make sure you use all the space that you have on the ice out there.
Rampage win the draw. Back to Schroeder. Schroeder walks to the middle of the ice. Over to Kinseth. Kinseth back up top to Schroeder. Got Sanchez Mariam in front. Kinseth now. He struggles with it. Gets it back on his hit. Settles it down. Back over to Schroeder. Schroeder. Engel up top. Covering him. Pass across. Good save there by Baxter. Good movement for the Rampage. Kinseth throws it back in front. Schroeder back up top. He's fans on the pass. Goes back to get a good defensive play there by Engel for the Thunderbirds. Knocked that back into the neutral zone. So Kinseth with the opportunity here. Here comes Chapman. Shot blocked, and Baxter will hold the puck. Make the save, and we'll get a whistle. So some good puck movement. Kinseth had a good point-blank opportunity, but Baxter there to make the save. It'll be Freitas and Dormer now on the ice. See how they can move this puck around. Hertz and Mason Root. So again, 3 forwards Coach Clark's choosing to go with, and 1 defenseman. Fay against Dormer on this draw, and it's won by the Rampage. Freitas now with it. We'll settle it down. Freitas takes a look. Freitas up top. Fish. Root. Fish. Fish to Root. Freitas goes in front. Shot on net. Doesn't get through. Dormer now with it. Freitas, his big body, standing in front of Baxter. Over to Dormer now. Fish. Root. Root with it. Root takes a look. Root down to Dormer. Dormer with the face-off dot. Cross ice to Root. Root shot on net. Save made by Baxter. As you would love to have seen Root be able to fire that quick, as Baxter had the ability to come over. Root knows it too, but he had to settle it just for a second. And unable to get the quick one-timer, Baxter going from his left to right makes the save. 2:47 left to go in sudden death overtime. 54 seconds left to go in this man advantage for the Rampage. Dormer will take the draw. Another huge offensive zone draw for the Rampage. This time, Thunderbirds win. Hewitt behind the bench. Dormer ties him up. Gets some help from the Rampage there. Freitas and Root 3-on-1, and it gets up top to Hertz. He's able to, Hertz to Root. Root back up to Hertz. Hertz to Dormer. Dormer back to Hertz. Hertz shot on net, just goes wide. Picked up now by Root. Root back up to Hertz. Hertz to Dormer. Dormer fans on it, breaks his stick. Freitas, and it's up in the netting, and that'll be a whistle as Dormer had the one-timer and his stick just broke right in half. 24 seconds left to go on this.
I hate to see that. He had the shot perfectly lined up there too.
Unfortunate for him, as that $250 stick snapped in half. Face off to the right of Baxter. Kinseth, Chapman, Trent White, and Schroeder. So Coach Clark going with 2 forwards, 2 defensemen to finish this power play off. Thunderbirds will return 1 to the ice, so it'll be 4-on-4 until the next whistle, and they'll get them back to 3-on-3 here. Puck comes up top to White. White holds it. White to Schroeder. Schroeder back to White. White trying to find his passing lane. Shot on net. Tip goes wide. Back up top for White. That'll be it for the penalty. Chapman with it. Chapman shot on net low. Baxter with the save. As Chapman trying to fool Baxter there, and he wasn't. And that'll do it. We're back to 3-on-3 for 1 minute and 52 seconds. So the Rampage unable to cash in on that opportunity. Sanchez Mariama will step onto the ice. He'll join Blake Chapman and Trent White, who will remain on the ice. So back to 3-on-3. Rampage lose this one. Wild picks it up. So now the Rampage will have to defend here. Full ice 3-on-3. Good pressure by Chapman. Thunderbirds still control as they look to get this set up, and here they come. Little dipsy doodle and crossing through the neutral zone until they practice this a little bit. And as they move the puck around, Rampage staying to that man-on-man coverage. Trent White picks it up out of the corner, fires it up the ice. Nobody home. He's got to hold on to the puck there. You just can't throw an errant pass, and this is going to lead to an odd man rush. Here we go. Thunderbird shot on net, save made by Mosier. As in 3-on-3, you can't just throw the puck up the ice to nobody. It's got to be on tape. Thunderbirds control now. Up top, long shift here for the Rampage. They need a change. Wild with it. Wild, gets it back up top for Engel. Engel shot on net. Mosier with the save. Rebound. Puck's loose, picked up there by Chapman. Chapman hangs on to it. Chapman, turnover. Here's an opportunity. And Mosier somehow comes across and makes the save. I don't know how that stayed out of the net. I don't know what happened. Blake Chapman just gave it to the Thunderbirds player, and he about put it in an empty net, but somehow Ethan Mosier dove and made the save.
He was tied up with the T-Birds player, couldn't get on loose, saw the and just did what only Ethan Mosier can do. Fly across and make that save. My goodness.
So
that
Ethan
is
Mosier
the save of the game. I tell you, it doesn't matter.
Saves the Rampage from a bitter loss there on a horrible turnover. 3-on-3, that was a late shift. Those guys were out there for a long time. Power play time, including 3-on-3 time. And the Rampage dodged a bullet thanks to Ethan Mosier. 30 seconds left to go. Thunderbirds continue to control. Here comes Wang. They're going to get another rush at it here. He beats Engel. Here comes Wang with some speed all the way around the net. Kinseth pushes him to the corner, and the Rampage are going to pick it up. Here comes Schroeder. 15 seconds left. Schroeder turns back the other way. He's got to move here. Throws it up to Engel. Engel tries to get it to Kinseth, and the Thunderbirds able to control. Here's an opportunity late. 2-on-1, 3-on-1, fired across and blocked there, and that's going to do it, as the Rampage are going to hate themselves for this one. Tying a game's like kissing your sister, and that's how this one's going to feel for them. Giving up a 3-goal lead to give up 3 unanswered goals here in the third period, and that'll do it for sudden death overtime. We now move to the shootout portion of this hockey game. So we're going to see it all tonight on Rampage TV, World Sports Broadcasting Network. Thanks for tuning in and staying up late. 3-3 hockey game, sudden death shootout. 3 shooters will go.
So it's a best 2 or 3. Unless they don't score 2, and then it goes to sudden death after that, right,
so,
Sean?
Absolutely. Yeah. So each team will have 3 shots, and if it's tied after that, then each team will exchange shooters until somebody is the last to score. Thunderbirds will get the first crack at it. Hannock against Mosier. Here comes Hannock. He's going to skate the puck wide all the way to the boards and back to the middle. Slows down, makes a move, shot on net. Mosier equal to his moves, no problem there. As Hannock trying to get Mosier to open his legs up, and he had nothing to have of it. Mason Root now on the ice. Mason Root involved in the shootout last week in the showcase event. He scored the first goal. Jack Freitas got the game winner. in their shootout against Buffalo. Here comes Root. Down the ice. Root shot on net and gloved by Baxter. You saw that one the whole way. Root was reading top shelf. Baxter.
I saw what he was looking for. It was there, but that was a quick glove save there.
You almost would have liked to have seen him look for that glove hand and then rip it to the blocker side.
Yeah.
It would have been in the back of the net. Here comes the Thunderbirds now. Number 26 for the T-Birds. Shot on net, into the back of the net. Fisher beats Mosier. So Fisher shoots it far side, hits the post, and the Thunderbirds take a 4-3 lead. Jack Freitas now to try to tie it up. Much needed goal here. Freitas. He'll take it between the dots. Right-hand side, makes a move, tries to open up Baxter, and no goal. Baxter able to keep it from going across the goal line as Freitas opened his legs up, unable to bury it. And this could be it, as the Thunderbirds could make this 3-goal comeback feel like the Denver Broncos losing to the Chargers last night.
Don't remind me.
Here comes the T-Birds. Captain for Thunderbird, shot save made by Mosier as Hames unable to bury it. Mosier stands tall, and so Blake Chapman, the leader of this team, captain, has a chance to extend this shootout. If he doesn't score here, the game is over. If he scores, we go to sudden death. Chapman skates it wide outside the dots, back inside. Here comes Chapman, makes a move, shot and a goal. Gets Baxter to open up his 5-hole, and he puts it away. And we are now into sudden death shootout action. So the next shooter, number 14 for the Colorado Thunderbirds, set to go. And here we go. Ethan Mosier makes the save as Billings unable to get Mosier to open up. So now Kento Sanchez Mariama, the spark plug of this team, can finish off this game if he can bury it. Sudden death. Sanchez Mariama stays inside the dots. Slows down, makes a move. Nothing there. Baxter makes that look easy. And back to sudden death. Oh, here comes the Thunderbirds again. This is number 9 for the Colorado Thunderbirds. Jack Linville. Linville against Mosier. Linville makes a move and misses. Try to get Mosier moving from his left to right and roof it with his backhand, and he misses the net.
He had the right idea. If he had just hit that net, though, he would have had it.
So Gavin
Great job by
Dormer.
Mosier cutting down that angle, making sure he had nothing low.
Gavin Dormer can end it here as sudden death shootout continues on Rampage TV. Here comes Gavin Dormer, stays middle of the ice. Dormer tried to go high glove side.
Pull him across.
Easy save by Baxter. And so once again, Thunderbirds turn. We're going to keep going all night until somebody scores. Number 21, Chandon Jennings for the T-Birds. And he's going to skate straight on at it. And Jennings, shot on net. Easy left pad save by Mosier. Almost looked like that was in slow motion. Mosier made the easy save. And it'll be the defenseman, 44, Dominic Schroeder. We'll see if we can get through the entire lineup tonight, maybe, David.
Just might be.
Schroeder on Baxter. If Schroeder can bury this, the game is over. Schroeder, not a lot of speed. Gliding in. Schroeder tries to make a move, and nothing.
It's the second shooter in a row. You got to pull him across. Once he's that far over on that post, you got to recognize that and try and beat him to the other side.
Almost the same exact play as the last one. Here comes number 10 for the Thunderbirds. This is James Wang. Wang showing a little bit of speed, something we haven't seen yet. Wang, shot, good save by Mosier as Mosier slides from his left to right again. I like the speed attempt. And it'll be number 12, Boone Kinseth, Montana native. Let's see if he can get it done. Again, if Kinseth scores this one, he'll get the victory. Here comes Boone. He's going to skate this one wide, back to the middle of the ice. And a shot on net, and it's over. So that time, Kinseth saw the opening on Baxter, and the Rampage get the victory. Ethan Mosier, it's going to come down to that 3-on-3 overtime save. I still don't know how he made that. Keeps this one going, wins the shootout, and the Colorado Rampage come away with the victory after giving up a 3-goal lead. I guarantee the coach isn't going to be happy in the locker room, but these guys can go home and celebrate a victory as they're able to win the sudden death shootout after numerous rounds. These two teams will be back in action tomorrow up in Denver as they'll continue the weekend series. But game 1 of this in-state rivalry game goes to the Colorado Rampage. Congratulations to Ethan Mosier and his teammates, Coach Brett Clark. David, fun one tonight. Thanks for all your hard work, and we'll see you back here on Rampage TV in 2025. We appreciate you joining on our holiday edition. Thanks to Lou Vero for being up here watching half the game with us. I think he would have been surprised at the ending.
Absolutely.
But hockey's hockey. It's a game of momentum. David, thanks again. Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas, David, to you and your family. Happy New Year, and we'll see you back here in 2025.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Sean. Happy New Year. Thanks again for